Right, so, alright, we should be going now. Okay, so, let's see here. Okay, the game's all loaded up. Okay, so YouTube should be loading up now. The audience will see in a moment. Okay. Okay, so now we are live. Okay, we are a go. Right. So I'm actually going to go up and have the stream playing out as well. So let's see that there. Right. Let's see. So also I'm going to post in. So. Oh. Yeah, you may want to change that, Pete. Hello, people in the chat. Okay, yeah, I see it. We are a go. Right. For anyone wondering who I'm talking to, I'm actually talking to Mr. Missalot. He's helping me with some admin stuff while this stream is going. So if I sound like I'm talking to myself, I'm actually talking to him. Right. So let's see. Hello, everyone. How's everyone today? Right. There we go. Let's just get the stream up. Right. So now I can see it on here. So I keep an eye on the chat. Right. So we're actually, for everyone who's wondering, we're actually starting off in the episode 100 simulation because there was actually a few missing parts. If anyone saw the episode, some of the stars did have no planets around them. And the reason for that was the wrong system was sent in. So this system I have now is the complete version of it. So we're going to be checking that out once we're a go here, and also going to be checking out a bunch of your other simulations, which I still haven't got around to doing. So hopefully we can get a ton of simulations done for today. So that should be quite good. Right, there we go. Right, so shall we just get straight into this then? Okay, cool. Well, 9 people already. Wow. Hello, you're my favourite YouTuber. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think that and like my videos. Awesome stuff. Right. So, shall we begin or should we wait a bit more? Up to you guys. Should we start? Do you think I should start, Pete? Should I start? Alright, so, right, here's the simulation movement. Actually, Pete, since you actually took part in this, do you want to tell me where I should start? Should I just start with your star? I guess it's the closest one to the middle. Did I do the stuff around your star? I can't remember. Did we do these? Okay, so it's Mad Planet Guys and Diamond Creepers I needed doing. Okay, so these ones didn't have anything around them when I did the original episode 100. So now we can see this whole area actually has stuff around it now. So yeah, Mad Planet Guys part, and then Diamond Creepers, which is over in the corner here. They both have stuff around now, so we can actually get around and see what they had in store for us, since it's kind of a shame it wasn't added in the original, but apparently there was some organisation issue or something. But yeah, I don't really know too much about that, so yeah, we'll just get into it. So first object of the stream, here we go. So it's actually a all small object. It looks pretty interesting. It's one of those micro-sized objects by the look of it. We can see it's quite small in the image here. 1 kilometre in size. So I'm not. Is that an asteroid? Do you know what that is, Pete? That's quite a weird. I don't know if you've seen it, but that's quite a weird looking object there. Pretty small stuff. Are you watching through the stream screen right now, I'm assuming? Okay, so that's our first object. Then the next one. Okay, so it looks like these guys are all the same by the looks of it. Okay, so they're all identical. Okay, so now we're moving on to the first object now. Hello to everyone who just joined the stream as well. We are just continuing from episode 100 where some of the objects were missing. How's everyone today as well? I saw you since you had 100k subs, and wow, you grew a lot. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this time last year, I didn't even have about 5,000 subscribers, so now I'm at 10k. That's pretty crazy stuff. I mean, the last time I did a live stream was June 2018, and back then I only had like 3,000 subs, 4,000 subs, so pretty crazy with the channel progression there. But anyways, we're going to move on to this object now. This one is all in complete darkness, so we'll view it on studio mode, but here it is here. So this one's, oh, I think I know what this is. I may have seen something similar to this before. Ooh, yeah, it's one of these. Oh, these ones are beautiful. Look at this. Tinted, it's a tinted ocean, as we can see. The planet's got like purpley pink oceans there, and it's got some crazy ice areas on it as well. Yeah, that is a pretty insane looking object there. And also, with the clouds on it, it doesn't really do it justice, does it? You've got to really remove the clouds to actually see what is going on here. Look how cool that looks. That is pretty awesome. Gat Mario, yeah, I recognise you. Yeah, you were around way back in the day, actually. Anyways, the moon of this object now, we have a Venus looking object here. So, okay, here we are. Right, so that one looks, yeah, Venus, atmosphere and colours, but underneath it's a more sort of foresty, marsh-looking world with a bit of rock, I guess, sort of looking object underneath. That's what it looks there. I guess we'll check the stats on it as well, actually. 92 and then 0.3 there, okay. Right. There we are. Right, so now we are moving out to the next object as well. Okay, so we have this one over here. Oh, no, now that one looks pretty crazy. You seeing this one, Pete? Look at this. That is a pretty nice... Look at the clouds on this. Now that's a good looking object, I have to say, right there. Look at the clouds now. What do you guys in the chat think of this? That is a pretty awesome looking world. I mean, we'll remove the atmosphere on it. Just take a look at those clouds. That is a beautiful looking object there. So that's a Titan texture by the looks of it there. Yeah, that's a tinted blue Titan texture with some gorgeous looking blue clouds. I mean, what do you think of that blue, guys? That is just amazing. Pete, what do you think? That's pretty good. Yes, very nice. That is really good looking, actually. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? That is a pretty awesome modded object. I reckon, honestly, with a blue atmosphere, I reckon it'd look even better. Honestly, but yeah, either way, that already looks really, really good. All right, moving on to the next object. This is IG now. So it's got some climate mode I can see on it actually here. So here it is. Also with some city lights. We've got on realistic mode to have a look here. Okay, so we've got some city lights here. So go back on studio, just getting all look around. So it's got more of a desert island looking object by the looks of it. Not much land, as we can see here. And yeah, sort of desert sort of colour scheme. I want to say it looks like a Venus. What if we remove the water? Is it a Venus texture? No, it's not. But it looked like one. Really cool desert looking object though. Wait, is that a Mars texture? What do you guys... Does that look a Mars texture? I think that's a Mars texture on it. Look at that. Is that a Mars? You guys agree in chat as well? Is that a Mars? Oh, that's definitely a Mars. Okay, see, he's mixed a Mars texture with a regular texture, by the looks of it, to create this desert-looking ocean world, which, yeah, looks quite... I really like that, actually. That's actually really cool, having the Mars texture like that. I like that. That's actually really awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a Mars-looking or Mars texture on this object when without all this water. I mean, that is, with no question, that is definitely Mars. Right there. So that's pretty cool looking, actually. So we'll add the water back to it. That's the way it is meant to be presented to us. So, right, now we will continue. Right, so now we have an Earth here. Okay, so what is this Earth? Right, so it's actually a binary. Okay, so we have Earth here, rolling with a white atmosphere. I know a lot of the modders like to do this, because we've seen many of these. Right, but yeah, here it is. So, yeah, normal Earth, but with a nice white atmosphere. Honestly, with the white atmosphere, it does actually look quite good. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks better with a blue or a white atmosphere? Right there, but now we'll move on to the moon near it. So this is a Earth-like Mars. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's really red. Look at the red atmosphere on that. Wow. So here it is. So that's it underneath. So it's a very red-tinted Mars, as we can see there. Definitely a Mars texture. Actually, to me, that actually is a Titan texture. Pete, what do you think? I think that's a Titan texture on a Mars surface, on a Mars height map with a Titan texture. That's actually, that's a pretty awesome build, I have to say, with the white clouds as well, because he's got Earth in the name, so it gives it the white clouds. Because obviously, if anyone doesn't know this, pretty useful tip. If you have Earth in the name of an object, it gives it white clouds. But as soon as you remove Earth, it goes back to the normal clouds. But yeah, all you have to do is type in Earth, and there you go, you get white clouds. So if you want to get white clouds, guys, really simple trick. Just put Earth in the name. So there it is there. That is the Earth-like Mars. Okay, so they're both in a binary orbit. Now we're moving on to the Ultra Mega Epic Clouds. Okay, now this one already, just by the name. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Now look at that. Now that is a pretty looking object right there. Look at the crazy blue on it. Just deep, deep Neptune blue coloured clouds. Very fine indeed. It is actually a gas giant. I think it's a rocky planet merged with a gas giant texture. I know it is a gas giant. It's got hydrogen on it, but what if I remove the hydrogen? Yeah, so it breaks it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and reopen that and view it again. But yeah, it's some weird sort of glitch sort of texture. It reminds me of the what even is this? What even is this object? Okay, so where were we? We were around this. Yep. So we here, and then we were. Whereabouts were we? Where were we? Okay, yeah, so we were Ultra Mega Epic Clouds. There we go. So yeah, really, really cool looking object though. On realistic mode, looking very fine. It's got sort of got like a sort of lit up on this side due to the other stars. But just look how good that looks in this view. What do you guys think of that? What do you think, Pete? I mean, that is... That's a good looking object right there, I think. Very nice. Guys in the chat, let us know what you think as well. But yeah, that's definitely some sort of weird gas giant sort of texture going on there. I mean, we'll compare it to the original sort of weird objects. We'll compare it to what even is this, the original. Place it in there. It's sort of following the same sort of lines as this with the way it appears. Like the very weird clouds. There's not really any pattern to the way they look. You can see there. Very, very interesting. But yeah, it's definitely one of those sort of weird, like gas giant, weird merge textures. I don't even know how these are made. These are pretty high complex modded stuff, I believe. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. Is it reflecting any light? What with the albedo? We can check the albedo. It's only got 0.2, but yeah, it's getting light from the stars because we're on realistic mode. So yeah, realistic, it's getting light from the closest star, which is this one here. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, that is definitely one of the highlights we have seen so far. So there we go. Right, so next object out, we have got 1F here. Okay, so this one is a gas giant, normal sort of looking gas giant actually. Going with a pretty nice mix of cold colours on it. As we can see there, we've got some dark navy blues, we've got some lighter blues, we've got white, a sort of turquoise green in there. Looking pretty good, nice set of colours merged together as well. Okay, awesome. So yeah, there is 1F. What do you guys think on that one? I might make some blue gas giants. Ah, there. It's pretty cool. Right, so there we are. Right, 1F. Now we've got 1R. So this is this one. So this one's going with a purple colour theme here. So there we are. I think I've seen versions of this one before. Pete, have you seen one of these before? I definitely think I've seen one looking like this before. At some point with those colours. I definitely recognise those colours. It's that lavender sort of looking object right there. So yeah, there we go. Right, awesome stuff there. So now we'll move out onto the next one. Right, so 1E. It's crazy how all this was missing in the original simulation, which was sent. But yeah, like I said, it's just some organisation went wrong. Now this one has already got my interest because it looks like it has a bunch of dark spots on it. Look in this white band in the middle. All of these areas look like Neptune's great dark spot. Now that's something I've never seen before on the planet with people like... I don't know if this was intentional, but... it looks like this one's got like great dark spots all the way around it. Wow. That is pretty unique. I don't think has anyone ever done that before? Pete, I'm not really... Wow. The way that looks, that's pretty cool the way that's looking there. Yeah, it literally looks like it's got great dark spots on it, but it just must have been due to the colour blending on it. Must have made it look like that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting with the way that one's looking. I'm liking that. Maybe with a custom Neptune, you could actually get a dark spot on it just by having bands. Maybe that's a tip for any modders out there. That'd be quite cool. All right, next up we have 1C here. All right, so here we go. All right, it's quite a nice looking object with the bands. It's a Jupiter look-alike as well. What do you guys think of that one in the chat? That's a pretty cool looking object right there. Okay, so, oh, this is true Neptunian guy's planet. Yeah, that must be about one of the blue ones. All right, there we go. Alright, I didn't update my sandbox. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, just sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat, guys, but that's why I've got Pete in a call with me. You can't hear him, but he's letting me know if I'm missing anything. Right, anyways, next up we have Titania here. So, a custom Titania, largest moon of Uranus. Let's see what he has got here. Ooh. Ah, so that looks like a frozen Titan texture. Is that a Titan tinted white, by the looks of it? That's definitely the Titan texture on there. And how that's looking really awesome, all frozen up like that. Has it got any ice? No, it's got no ice, so it's just a white tinted version of Titan with some craters on it. Wow, that is a pretty cool looking object. I want to say it's got like the height map of Pluto on it, merged with a Titan texture. Well, I could be wrong, but that is a very nice combination of mixing stuff together. If you add ice to it, yeah, it doesn't nowhere near looks as good. But yeah, that's definitely some sort of Titan tinted white with a different object's height map on it, because you can see the craters. Those craters are only visible on normal or on special surface textures. So yeah, that Titan is definitely merged with a height map or something. So I don't think the Titan texture has any craters on it. So yeah, there we go. That's that custom Titania. That's really cool. I have to save a copy of that. That's actually really cool. Maybe I could use it in a size comparison down the road. But yeah, there we go. Right, so I think that is everything. Am I missing anything, Pete? Is that everything around Mad Planet, guys? I think it is. Okay, I think that's everything. All right, so now I am moving on to Diamond Creepers, correct? which is over here. So it's just Diamond Creepers left of this system now. Right, so here we go. Oh, and okay, so Nintendo left. All right. Let's see what you guys saying in the chat here. Hi, Neptunian. Hello, hello there. Right, there we go. Yeah. Also, hello to everyone who has just joined as well. We've got 15 people watching already. Wow, well, massive thanks, guys, for checking out the stream today. Really awesome to hang out. It's been a long time since I've done one of this. Pretty cool indeed there. Right, so yeah, there we go. Right, so we're at Diamond Creepers Star now. So yeah, previously as well in episode 100, this had nothing around it. So now we've got the full completed version of the system. So yeah, here we go. Awesome stuff. So here is the first object here. Looks like almost a super Earth. It's got quite large mass and radius there. So yeah, there is that one. Right, awesome stuff. Right. Very nice indeed. Pete, can you let the guys know in the episode 100 chat we are streaming, by the way? So I don't think any of those guys have shown up yet. Just to put it out there, you know. Alright, anyways, next object we have Platiu here. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but this is a pretty interesting colour scheme on here. By the looks of it, we've got the sort of like cream coloured clouds, the cream like white coloured atmosphere with a very interesting surface underneath. It reminds me of a savanna in a way, with like the dark green and the bright sort of orange. Like I guess you could describe it as sand. That is a very nice colour combination. Let's check the stats on this guy as well. So 88 and then 13 there, pretty decent stats for it. That's a pretty nice looking Earth-like world there. Honestly, pretty cool stuff there. So yeah, what do you guys think of this object? I think that's quite a cool looking object, I have to say, right there. Pretty good. So there it is there. Nice view of it. So that's it. I really like that one, actually. That's really cool. So then we've got some more moons around it. Not too much going on with some of these. We'll check them all out though, just in case. Okay, this one looks pretty fiery. So there we go. So definitely a fire sort of colour scheme going on it with a white atmosphere. So nice colour scheme on that one. There's its colours as well. It's all of its ones there. That is a nice combination of colours there. What do you guys think of that? Pete, what do you think? That is a pretty cool looking sort of colour on that. I'm liking that. So yeah, there we go. Sorry, what'd you say? Acidic desert. Yeah, that's yeah. I rate that. That's cool. It almost reminds me of Venus's colours in some areas, but obviously the red is very dominating. But the areas with the cream colour on the high elevation, it sort of reminds me of Venus if you look at it from certain angles. But yeah, there we go. And now moving on to the next object here. So this one's a very dark blue one right now. Definitely like a navy sort of dark blue on it. But yeah, not anything else to report on that one by the looks of it. So right, there we go. Zooming out. Okay, next object. This one has a green trail. Let's see what this one has in store for us. So an Earth-like world, as we can see. It's got a moon around it. Also rolling with some city lights. Let's see it on realistic mode. Oh, they're lighting up in the daytime. Oh, that is awesome. When they do that, it's just due to the amount of stars in here. It creates lights on both sides. That is really good looking. I wish you could do this with city lights normally. I mean, look how much better that looks. We'll just turn all the menu off. But look how cool that looks. Honestly, that is so good. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? But that just looks so awesome when objects do that. And it works with any object as well. I mean, if I quickly spawn in one of my objects in here, they were spawned in Pascal. I mean, look at the city lights on this one when you, oh, look at that. Oh, look at the light. I wish they did this normally. Just look how cool that looks. I mean, we'll rotate it around, but look at that. I wish you could do, like, change the brightness of city lights. Just how cool do they look when you have multiple stars in a system? Yeah, so tip for anyone out there, if you're making a system and you have multiple stars, it does enhance how bright city lights are, as we can see here. So, obviously, this system has about 8 stars in it, I believe. So yeah, that creates or makes all the city lights brighter, which is really awesome there. So right, there we go. Right, let's see there. Right, awesome. So we have Oregon now. Right here, so this is a frozen world at minus 270 degrees. You have a very cold ice moon here with a green surface. So a frozen ocean. So yeah, there we go. Stats on it obviously are not going to be very high, but yeah, there we go. There is that one. So we'll turn orbit mode back on as well. With labels. I really like the green trails that these guys have. Really nice shades of emerald green there. Alright, there we are. Next up, we've got Nanos over here. Again, another frozen ice world here. So there we are. Looking pretty interesting with the ice on that one. So there we go. Let's see it without all of the stuff in there. So yeah, there we are. So yeah, very cold, as we can see, minus 270 there. Probably not enough atmosphere to warm it up either. So yeah, there we are. So there's nanos. Right, there we are. Right, next up we have this one here. This one's going for a nice red. Look at that red atmosphere. I really like objects have the crazy bright red there. So there we go. So this one is a sort of like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the planet in the, Star Wars The Last Jedi with the red sort of salt. It was the planet Crate, I believe. That's what it was called. That red with the white surface sort of reminds me of the planet Crate from The Last Jedi. Is it just me? Like, anyone a fan of Star Wars? Because that reminds me of the planet Crate. It does, doesn't it? Like, it definitely does. That's looking good. So yeah, there we go. That red atmosphere looks so good. Right, there we go. Right, moving on. Because we have a gas giant now. Looks to be a random spawn from the looks of it here, but not a bad one with some pretty nice colours. So almost like a Saturn. From that angle, it looks like a Saturn, but it's only when you zoom out and look around you can obviously tell it's a random spawn. But as random spawns go, it could be a lot worse. That one's not too bad. Right, so yeah, there we go. So there's that one. Then moving out to the last object of this system now. So here we have this object here. And another random spawn by the looks of it there. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. I think we have... Yeah, is that everything? And then we've got one more. It's in a binary. Oh my god. Whoa. Now that is pretty interesting. Wow. Pete, have you seen this one before? Look at this. As far as hot gas giants are going, that has probably got to take the cake for me. That is definitely the sort of looking object you'd see near a star, like one of those puffy planets that's getting consumed by its star. That is what this reminds me of a planet that is quite close to its star. Yeah, it's at minus 270 degrees, but that thing looks like it's on fire with those clouds. That looks awesome. I think that may be my favourite gas giant of the simulation. Like that. That is very good looking. Wow. Really, I want to get a copy of this. This is... That, imagine how good that will look in other simulations, and obviously in the size comparisons as well. That's such a good looking object. It almost reminds me of like a tiger or something, but yeah, that is a cool looking object. Definitely takes the top spot for gas giants in this simulation. So yeah, then we have some moons around it. Any interesting moons here? So yeah, there we go. Okay, they're all pretty basic looking ones, and it's got a gas giant moon as well. Right, there we go. This thing, oh, that's a good looking object. What do you think on this, Pete? I think that is got to be one of the top ones in here. I mean, we'll get a lineup of the whole system now of all of the objects in here. So all of the ones we saw in episode 100 the other day of the gas giants. I mean, this one here, the Jupiter replica, still very good, but that one is like really good, I think. I mean, that looks awesome. We obviously have the rainbow one here. That's quite an old object, I believe. But yeah, that, out of all the gas giants, I think that one there just takes the cake. I mean, it's really hard to pick a favourite, don't get me wrong. I mean, this one here is really awesome as well. Obviously, this one, I don't really know if you count it as a gas giant, but it's still in the class of gas giants because it's got hydrogen on it. But that's, I guess it's not really a gas giant, even though it has the hydrogen. It's a weird one. I mean, what would you describe it as? I mean, what do you think? Would you describe it as a gas giant, Pete? What do you think? It was a weird one. Do you guys think this is a gas giant, or like just originally objects that look like this were actually rocky planets with added hydrogen, but they still had a rocky texture? Because if we get, for example, if we get the Westeros object, which is from a really old version of the game, so there we go. We'll just put it in here. So this is the Earth with a gas giant texture. Now, you used to be able to make objects like this in the game by simply adding hydrogen to Earth. Before it turned into a gas giant, it actually turned like this for a brief moment. Then it turned into the gas giants we all know today. Like there was a second stage that isn't in the game anymore. So before it turned straight into a gas giant, it used to look like this, but obviously now they just turn into this immediately. But yeah, that stage of having the Earth texture with like gas clouds, that used to be a thing in the game which was removed. If you have any old copies of Universe Sandbox, when you added stuff to gas, you probably could still find some videos of it, but when you added gas to rocky planets, they looked a little distorted before turning into the normal gas giants, like this, for instance. It's a pretty cool thing. That is something I wish they didn't remove, honestly. That is a really cool feature. Maybe there was something wrong with it, but that was a really, really cool feature. And if you ask me, oh, hey, Guren, he's just joined the chat. Yeah, it is a weird one. You're more like a glitched rocky planet. Yeah, it's just one of those weird ones. Like, what even is this, isn't it? It's a pretty strange one. But anyways, back to all the objects. Top gas giant, 100% this one. for all of the objects in here. Best gas giant. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I mean, out of all the objects, do you think this is the top one, or do any of these ones catch your eye more? Let me know what you think. I mean, this purple one, I remember, that was one of the top ones I saw for this system. But yeah, there we are. So yeah, with all of those, and then out of the rocky planets, yeah, that was a very hard choice picking between all of these. But remember, this glowy green one, that was one of my favourites. I mean, just look how good it looks. The glowing, it almost reminds me of like a glowing kryptonite world or something. That looks really cool. And then there was yeah, they had the glowy Venus and the Radicus Prime here, like all the crazy clouds. Like I am a pretty big sucker for the crazy clouds because they just look so cool. But yeah, there is that one. So yeah, really, really cool stuff indeed here. But yeah, there we go. So that is all of the episode 100 simulation done now. So yeah, that's all of it. Because for anyone who's just joined, obviously welcome to the stream. But this was the simulation I did for episode 100, so the previous video. But basically what happened was some of the objects weren't included with the simulation, so I've literally just gone through and done all the ones that were not in the original episode. So it's kind of unfair just to do the simulation and then not have the complete version, so some people get left out. So yeah, I thought I'd go back and do that because it's not really fair on the guys who put time into this and then they lost it all. But yeah, that is episode 100 done now, so I'm actually going to now dig into the upload channel in my Discord server because I've got a lot of simulations I need to catch up on, and the whole point of this stream is to catch up on them because yeah, I'm missing quite a lot of systems here, so I'm going to go up the chat a bit and just catch up on all of the ones I'm missing. So let's see here. Right, so let's see here. Okay, so we got one from Sarah's Place. Yes, this one was uploaded all the way back in June, I think it was. So yeah, well, let's see. Have I done this simulation before? Let's go ahead and save it. So let's see here. Simulations, okay. Save. Okay, I have never done this simulation before, so let's just get round and catch up on all the ones I am missing. So, yeah, this one's been uploaded for 2 months, this person has waited. So Cyrus Plays. Right, so it's a short system, but it has an amazing view. Okay, so it's called the Myth Geo system. So let's get straight into it. So, MY. There we go. T. Okay, here it is. So the Myth Geo system. Right, let's see what he has got for us in here. So this system is quite old now. 2 months old, this one. Hello there, for everyone who has just joined. Okay, right, so, sequel to the Leos system. Okay, so I must have I done that system before, just to check? Yes, I have done this simulation, so I don't know how long ago it's been since I've done that one, but I guess we can have a quick peek at it as well. But okay, so this is a sequel. Okay, so I think we've escaped the aliens. Ones with stories like this, they are really, really cool. So, okay, I think we have escaped the aliens. We'll be setting up a colony on one of the planets soon. Here is a system log for some of the interesting planets. Okay, so we've got a log of some of the planets. All right, awesome. So is this the first one here? I'd really labels. There we go. Okay, so where are we in the simulation? Okay, so there's that gas giant. Right. Yep, never seen all this before. There's all new stuff. Right, so there is our star. So that's Myth, the star here. Right, there we go. Then we have the second star here. So there we go. So it's a binary with that's orange and red dwarf by the looks of it. First impressions, I think. Right, so the first object here is Ixia, a desert-like planet that could be inhabited. So there it is there. So yeah, pretty desert looking. Got some oceans on it, but probably quite a hot spot for temperatures right there. So there we go. We've got on realistic mode just to see as well. So there it is there. Little glitch with the set 2 stars. We'll keep it on studio mode. So we have that one. And then we have the second object here, which is a moon. So the moon is the polar opposite of the planet. Oh, okay. And it's spelled backwards. Oh, okay. So there's that. Right, the next one is Gigantia, which is the gas giant. Okay, so I'm guessing this is quite a large object. But we can't open the menu because we have this in the way for now. But here it is here. So this is the one that we saw in the thumbnail. Okay, so there we go. And it's got some moons here. We'll zoom in on these quick. Oh, we have a fire god in here. Hey, the classics are back. They're one of the original crazy cloud objects right there. Not the first one, as I've been informed, but yeah, one of the oldest ones, and definitely the one that made it a trend, I guess. This one is really, really cool looking. This one never gets old. I mean, this one just looks awesome. So yeah, there we go. And then here is the one at the systems. Okay, so Tyrannus, the planet that we'll be settling on. So here it is here. So this is the one that we actually launched on. So I can't remove the clouds on it, but yeah, we'll have to come back to it. I wonder if you're wondering, we originally... Oh, right click. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, thank you, Pete. Right, so yeah, there we go. So that's what it looks like underneath. Yeah, remember, if you have that text box open, right click objects, then you can get in them without closing the menu. But yeah, there we go there. So that's the planet that the travelers of this system will be settling on. So yeah, there we go. Right, so that's all of those. Oh yeah, so it's quite a small system as we see here, so we can quickly go through this one, no problem. Right, so then we have these other objects which are not mentioned at all. So here we go. Quickly blast through all of these. So there we are. So we have this one. Should I say yellow with a sort of blue atmosphere colour on it there. It's also got some moons on it. Some minor moons there. There we go. And then the last one is called Flamara, and that is a nice shade of orange there. So yeah, there we go. It looks different to in the picture up here compared to what it does in the game. But yeah, there we go there. This we've got a nice all-white atmosphere there. And then the last object is over here. So here's its moon first, but yeah, there we go. Another gas giant here. Actually, that looks like one of my old gas giants, but it's slightly different. It's got some blue in it. But yeah, there we go. So we've got yin yang. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Right, there we are. So that is everything for that system. Then we'll quickly take a peek at the prequel to this. I don't know. I must have done this in a video long ago now, but that was the prequel to this simulation. I already have it saved. So that definitely means I did it, because I only saved save ones I do. So that, if you want to give that a read, pause it or whatever, that is it. But there, I'm just briefly reading it as well. So I knew it. We should not mess around with the Darius U system now. Our fleet was reduced to only a few ships. We need to take refuge here. So this is a prequel to the one we just viewed. Okay, so yeah, there we go. And then it just talks about the planets. Okay, but yeah, there we go. So two sort of systems there. So that is all of those done. Okay, so we can now move on to the next simulation, which I need doing. Okay, so this one's from U20. Okay, so the Anor solar system. Have I done this one before? Let's go ahead and find out. So save. Okay, I've not done this one either. See, there is so many systems that people have sent, and I just haven't got around to doing them. So good thing I'm doing this stream today. I can catch up on all of the ones I have missed. So there we go. Mr. Whiskers said, I'm a YouTuber. Well, cool. How long have you been doing YouTube for? So I've been doing it for quite a while now, I have to say. But anyways, right. So yeah, now we are going to the Anor solar system by U20. So Anor, here we go. Now, yeah, U20, he's actually made some quite interesting stuff in the past. He made like a 6-star stable system, I think it was. Okay, so my version of the Tolkien solar system. Okay. Ooh, I'm looking at the background here. It's got like a custom background. It's very laggy. So there must be a lot of rings in here. Okay, so 18,000 objects. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't kill my PC. But yeah, there we go. So how large is this? Okay, oh, that's. Do you want me to remove the ring? If it's getting too laggy, just let me know and I can I'll remove the rings, because we can do that simply. Okay, so first object here, we've got a very, very hot gas giant, as we can see with some bands on it. They look really awesome right now there. That's looking really cool, actually. So yeah, there we go there. So that's Melkor there. Very, very dangerously close to the star. That's definitely going to be consumed by its star eventually. And we have the next object out here. So we have Vava Anna here. Wow, that's a very nice colour combination there. Let's get a look underneath this. I want to say it's got Venus texture on it. So let's have a look. So here we go. Yeah, it's a green Venus tint. Look how weird Venus looks green. But yeah, there it is. That's quite a nice looking object, I have to say there. Pretty cool. If you added some water to that, I reckon that could look quite good. So there we go. Then we have Vanna over here. So again, let's have a look at this one. I want to say it's... Oh, no, that's a Ganymede texture. You can tell straight away by these impact marks. I think that's a Ganymede texture. Right there. Pete, do you think that's a Ganymede? What do you guys in chat think? I'm pretty sure that's a Ganymede texture under that. I mean, we can remove the water, and that does that, apparently. Wow, that is... Oh, I know why. It's the atmosphere, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's Ganymede, yeah. Called it. See, when I saw this massive impact mark, I just knew straight away. Like, if you've seen the objects loads and loads of times, then you can recognise them just by minor things like that, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, there we go. So let's add the water back to the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, like that. That's quite a nice, like, icy sort of water world. I like that. And it's got some moons here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we are. That's quite a cool view of the planet there. I really like that one. Is it just me? Just something about it just looks really awesome, just for the way the colours blend together on that one. So then we have this one here, just a minor moon. Yeah, still a little laggy. Do you guys want me to remove the asteroids, or should I keep them in here? Because there could be a planet with rings I miss if I do that. But it looks like to me that most of the objects are around the asteroid belt in the star. Now that is a pretty cool looking Earth-like world, isn't it? There we go. Let's check the stats on this guy. 97 and 78. Pretty high stats on it right there. There we go there. And also the background. He's definitely played with around the contrast settings on there. So there it is. That's a nice mixture of green that has as well. Right there. Looking good. Right, there we go. Right, moving on, we have this object now. Oh, now look at that. Oh, wow, look at this one. That's a Pluto texture. Yep, definitely Pluto. You can tell by the craters on it. That is definitely what Pluto looks like. Let's just look underneath it there. A very, very pink Pluto, as we can see here, with the tint. Let's get a full studio look on this. So there it is there. Yeah, it's definitely Pluto, with a very, very pink tint, and also with the atmosphere as well. Pretty interesting looking object right there. What sort of elements and gases would make up a world like this? That's a pretty interesting one there. Then we have some small moons around this version of Pluto as well. There we go. So there we are. We have this one here. So that's there, going with a pretty dark purple sort of colour scheme to it. Then we have the last object over here, also rolling with a purple colour scheme there. So yeah, there we go, looking good. Right, there we go. Someone's asking how I add a Pluto texture. Honestly, I don't know. It's some pretty complex mon stuff. I mean, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I can try and ask if you. Yeah, Pete, do you know how you add a Pluto texture to any random object to get like the height map for it? I don't know. Okay, so you have to save Pluto, take its height and color map from it. Pete says so. Yeah, pretty weird stuff. I mean, if you're in my Discord, I'm pretty sure the modders can help you out with that. But that is some pretty intense modding stuff right there. It's pretty advanced stuff. I mean, I've never modded a texture like that. I mean, from the modding episodes I did, I mean, some of it I could consider as advanced, like the gas giant of atmosphere. That's probably the most advanced thing I did. But yeah, I'm not really too pro with the modding, but I have knowledge on some of the stuff because obviously the modders tell me about it. But yeah, there we go. So then we have the next object over here. Wow, look at this thing. Whoa. Now that is a really interesting color scheme. Look at this. Wow. That's a very, very bright, vibrant reds on here. Wow, look at that. So there we go there. So there we are. And then we've got some moons around it as well. There we go. Here we are. Okay, so they're all pretty basic looking moons. So we'll move out now. Next up, we got Varda here. Again, another crazy gas giant. Look at the... Oh, and there, see, it did have some rings. See, if I'd removed those asteroid belts, I would not have seen these cool rings. Look at these. Wow. He must have taken time to get those correct, but look at these. Wow. So it's got some small little cyan ones, then it's got some blue ones, then it's got like a area of white rings with blue in them, and then it's got some outer blue and cyan moons. So there we go. So we'll just have them all up in the menu here because we don't want to like take forever in all of these systems. We'll try and get as many done as possible to catch up. So yeah, there we go. Looking good. Graham. Alright. So there are all of those. Right, awesome. So now we are moving to the next object over here. And that is a very nice mixture of colour there. Look at this one. Also with its own rings. Yes, I would have missed out on all these rings if I removed them. But yeah, here it is. That view looks awesome. I mean, if we just remove the labels and orbits. Look how cool that looks. Look at that. That is a nice view, honestly. Wow. That does look pretty awesome. What do you guys think on that? You can see the asteroid belt of the star as well, but look how cool that looks. I really like that one. What do you think, Pete? That looks awesome. The blue and green all the way through. Yeah, if this purple was green instead, like the other side, I think it would probably make it even better as well. I think you're right on that, Pete, but... Yeah, that's a nice... If you look at it from this side, I think it looks better than that side. Honestly, what do you guys in chat think? Do you think it looks better with the green or the purple? I'm definitely... My money's with the green. It definitely looks better that way round than this way round, if you ask me. I think the rings definitely go with the green more, obviously because they've got green in them as well. But yeah, there is that one. Right, so yeah, pretty cool nonetheless. I really like the colours on that. So there we are. Right, now moving on to the next one now. So one again is also rolling with some pretty interesting colours here. So it's got more of a this one's blended better with the colours. So it's got the all purple in the south, and it's got like the light sort of aqua cyan in the north with a bit more blue and purple in it. That's a nice mixing one there. Some of the people in the chat are saying green. Yeah, I definitely think the green is the supreme colour for that one we just saw. So then here we have some moons. So we'll go ahead and check all of those out as well. So there we go. Oh, There we go there. Rightio. So there are all of those. We've got the other secondary asteroid belt now. Right, and then we are on the last object. Alright, awesome. We're making good progress getting through these simulations. So last off we have a green and white one. That's a nice mix of colour. And it's got like a very dark purple in the south, I think. Or more of a blacky, yeah, sort of black, sort of purple coloured shade, I think. There we go there. I think that's a very, very dark purple, actually. Right there, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, the green and the white, that looks quite good there. Quite a nice mix of colour right there. So there we go. Looking good. So there is Mando's. Alright, so that's all of the objects in that simulation. So that's 3 simulations done already. How long have we been going for? We've been going for 40 minutes now. Wow. Wowee, that's pretty crazy right there. So there we are. Right, so next simulation. Let's go back to the upload channel. Right, where are we now? Okay, so this next one says memes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so got some Milky Path system. Okay, what do we got in here? Right, so simulations. Let's see what memes he has for us in here. If it is what he says it is. So, okay. So, let's see here. So, we'll go ahead and search this next simulation up. Right. There we go. Getting loads of lag from being in this simulation. Right, here we go. So we've got some Milky Path system. Okay, what's in here? Right, here we go. Wait for it to load. Yeah, if you leave a simulation, it's got loads of rings in it. Memes rule this galaxy. Oh, God. Right, what do we got in here? So it's a very small simulation. See, if I did this for a single video, it would have been very short. So good thing I'm doing it in a stream with loads of other ones. So there's 10 objects in here. Okay, so it'll be a very short one. Here is our star, though. So, yeah, there we go. Right. What objects have we got in here? So, KERM here. Got a tint on it, actually. It's got like an orange tint on the surface by the looks of it here. Right, there we go. Then we've got the moons here. Obviously, they're very, very orange due to the orange star, so they look a lot more orange in the game. And we have this one here. Here we are. Shrek toner. So we have this one. Going for a nice red atmosphere with a green surface underneath as well. There it is. 17 degrees, so you could live here. Let's see, the stats on it are alright. There we are. And we have this one over here. Swamp. Right, so we have that one right there, looking good. So there we are. Right, and then the last object, we have this one, Sankles. So this one's going with a sort of pink red coloured surface with a blue atmosphere, but obviously the star makes it look a lot different than it actually is right there. So there we go, and then the moons. Oh, we have Uganda Knuckles pretty much there, and we have Grenlizone over here. So there we are. Right, that is all of those, and I think that's literally it for this system. Very, very small system, right there. Right, so we'll go ahead onto the next system now. So this one is from Dimitri and guy. So right, let's go ahead and see if I have this simulation. So the Eletara system. Have I got a copy of this? Yes, I have. So I've already done it previously. Okay, so we're going to skip out on that one. Okay, so then we've got one from Gigaman, the 7-star system. I'm pretty sure I did this one, but let's find out. Okay, I've done this simulation as well. Okay. Then we have one from Mad Planet Guy. I must have done this one at some point. So let's see. Yeah, I've done that one as well. That's the Gascar system. So, right, good. There's a lot of similarity. So I can scroll down in the chat. Universe Gaming. Have I done this one? So let's see here. Yeah, I've done this one as well. Well, it looks like I'm making good progress. Maybe I'll be able to do some new simulations today as well. Okay, Martian Guy. Okay, let's see if I have done this one. So this one's just called Kauai. Okay, I've not done this one. Okay, we can just get into this one now. Right. So there we go. Let's just close all those. All right. So this one is called. Let's go ahead and open it. QU. Whereabouts is it? No, whereabouts is it? I think I made a typo. Must have. Oh, it's it. No, QA, not QU. QA. There we go. So this one here. Let's see what he has got for us in here. So here we go. Right. Pretty cool. Ooh, I'm liking the view on this one. Okay. It's got a ton of stars and got a black hole system. Oh, this is very. Oh no, that's a black star actually. Okay, I thought it was a black hole, but this one looks pretty interesting with the way it is. Not many people use different stars like this. Okay, interesting. Right, so here it is here. So here's our main star. Right, there we go. Right, so we have this star. Pretty large stats, as we can see there. 10 AU. Anyways, first object here is this, obviously the dark one. Then it's got one pretty big. That's a very big object actually. Look at the size of this thing. In kilometers, how big is that in Jupiter's? 240 Jupiter-sized rocky planet. I mean, let's compare it to Big Rock, but that's a pretty big rocky planet right there. There we go. That's it compared to Big Rock. So yeah, that's quite a big rocky planet there. Is this glitched? None of its stats are locked. Wow, look at that, Pete. What do you think of this? Look at the numbers on that. I didn't unlock any. Did I unlock anything on that? I'm gonna reopen this. Because I did turn it to Jupiter's. Did I unlock any of those? Because maybe this is just a glitch gas giant, or not gas, a glitch rocky planet. Let's go back to it. So just opened it. Oh no, there is a lock. Okay, so since I changed it to Jupiter, it unlocks it, I think. So yeah, he's using a lock feature to make it this big, so it's not really a legit big rock. Right there. Anyways, next object we have the brown. Over here, this is a brown star with one gas giant. So Gliese 333 right here. And this simulation's actually playing as well. Awesome. So yeah, there we go. Okay, some people are reporting lag. Okay, that's not good. Must be the recording software maybe going a little slow. Okay, I'll take things a little easy. Hopefully it will catch up. So yeah, there we go. So there is Gliese 333. So there we are. Yeah, I'm watching this. Is it what? It's the stars that make it laggy, Pete? The stars make it laggy. Is it just because of the brightness on them or something? What if I could try doing this? If I go into the graphics, if we turn off glows, maybe that will help. So maybe that helps. So moving on, we have gassy now. So look at the star without the glow. It looks so weird. Realistic as well. Voila. Okay, it's looking a little better from what I'm looking on. So we have gas moon over here. These are very large objects. I mean, 250,000 just for a moon. That's really large stuff right here. I mean, I don't think it'll beat my insanely glitched gas giant, but yeah, these are pretty big objects. So there we go. Then moving on to Dist over here. So this is another star. Even the stars all shooting out flares and stuff. Awesome. Turn off the zone and the grid. So we have Dist A. So we have another random spawn gas giant here. Then we have B. So this one's actually an ocean world. There we are. Are we still getting a bit of lag, or are we good? A little better. Okay, that's good. So there we go. Honestly, I would think it'd be the ones with the rings in that are the most laggy, just because of all the particles and stuff, and it even makes my computer lag. But it's not lagging for me when we're not like on my PC. So I think it's just a recording system going to YouTube. That's probably the problem. So I don't know really. I don't think I can fix that. So apologies for that. If we are getting a bit too much lag, but I think it should be all right. Right now. So yeah, there we are. So there's that gas giant there. That's not a gas giant, a water planet. Sorry, goofed up there. So there we are. Then moving on to random gas giant over here. So this one is a brown dwarf sort of gas giant with a pretty hot in temperature, pretty large mass, and stuff right there. And we have random A and random B. Now so random A. Okay, that's just a water world, but random B. What is this? I think it's a pool ball. I think that's some sort of pool ball there. It's one of the pool balls. It must be, or maybe the cue ball. Oh no, it's a number 5 actually from a pool ball. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So that's just chilling, just casually have a pool ball in here. So there we go. There's that one. Okay. Alright, awesome. I think I joined when you had 500 subs, and I think I joined when you had 700 subs. Damn, some of you guys have been around for a long time. It's awesome that you've stuck around. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. That's amazing. Whoa, okay. One, obviously, if you know your pool balls, you know what colour's which, but all the pool balls, damn. The Tesla Roadster as well, the only car in the game. Yeah, so he's got all the human objects around the one object there. That is really crazy. With a question mark, which is a very large gas giant. By the looks of it. So here it is. It's also got some objects around it. The Arrival spacecraft, another pool ball. So he likes his pool balls, Martian guy, by the looks of it. Then we have another one of those marble objects in here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm looking at it now. It doesn't seem to be lagging as much on my end when I'm looking at it through another device here. So that should be all right. Then we have Stargaze here. So a pulsar in a big star. 3 masses of sun there. And then radius is quite similar to the sun as well. Yeah, a little smaller. And then we have Haley over here. So it's got the E of the accent on it. So I'm probably not pronouncing that right. But here it is. So it's very dark out here as well. So yeah, there we go. realistic mode, put up to studios. There it is, an all ocean world. So it seems like he likes his ocean worlds. Got quite a load of those in here. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's looking a lot less choppy now with a lag. That's good. Then we have orange. So I'm assuming this is going to be an orange dwarf. So there it is there. 1,000 Jupiter's mass. So here are its objects. So yeah, there we go. So it's an ocean world there. Then we have this one. Okay, so there are all of those. Right, then we have gas over here. So this one is a hot gas giant again, pretty large in mass and size. So there it is there. Also got some objects around it. HD 38283D. So there we are. Alright, looking good. So moving on to Rocky now. So yeah, these are mad sized objects. All of these are just ridiculously large. 12.9 Jupiters, which is the largest you can have a rocky planet before it automatically becomes a gas giant. With mass, radius you can have it as big as you want, which is why he's using the lock feature there. And it's got a ton of moons around it. All random spawns by the looks of it. Doesn't look like to be too many modded objects in this one. But yeah, there are all of the objects in here. So yeah, a ton of moons. Look at all these. All of the minor moons. So there we go. Then we have last, which is obviously the last one in here. And this one again is just a very large rocky planet there. So yeah, there we go. A lot of these in here, isn't there, guys? Look at this. And then we have a bunch more random spawns. So a big collection of random spawn objects with the human objects in here. Pretty unique one in those cases. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, if you think these rocky planets are big, well, I'll compare it to my quasi, yes, which is just ridiculously big, as we can see here. So yeah, that's a lot bigger than anything in here, which is because it's glitched after all. But yeah, that's the whole simulation compared to the quasi gas. So right there we go. So that is all of that. But now we're going to move on to the next simulation now. Okay, so the next one is from Ncrafter. This is a simple experiment I did with Earth. Okay, Earth orbiting UI Scotti and Canis Majoris. Okay, so it's probably a modified solar system then. So we'll go ahead and have a look at it anyway, since he did post it for it to be checked out. So yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and do that. Okay, so then we'll search up Earth. Okay, there we go. Earth orbit. Orbiting UI Scotti and Canis Majoris. Here we go. So let's see what he has prepared for us in here. Alright, let's see. Earth orbiting UI Scotti and Canis Majoris. A similar simulation both see what happened if Earth orbited both stars in a binary orbit. Oh, poor Earth. It's going to get obliterated. Right, so let's zoom out. Okay, so they're both in a binary. I mean, they're hatable zones. Probably not going to be the best for Earth. Let's see how it does. So we're going to click play. Is it gonna survive? We'll turn off client mode as well. Maybe he's put it in the exact perfect area where it would survive. Who knows? So let's see here. Speed up time. I guess it's going to take quite a while for it to move because obviously it's a very big area here. I mean, how far away is this from the stars? Yeah, 1,000 plus AU. The numbers are constantly changing all over the place just because of the stars. Even the stars are moving very slowly. I mean, are they even orbiting each other? Okay, they are orbiting. Okay, you got to pull it pretty quick. How fast can we make it go before it breaks? I mean, they're pretty going pretty quick. But it looks like Earth just flew away. It wasn't stable enough, so it's just completely frozen up. So yeah, rest in peace, Earth. Doesn't look like it can orbit these two. Maybe it's because I made the simulation go too quickly, though. But yeah, from where it was surviving in that area, though. But yeah, now it's being tossed out. Pretty cold there. But yeah, there we go. So there's that simulation. Okay, moving on. So we got another simulation from Demetrian guy here. So let's see. Have I done this one? Let's give it a save. Have I done it? No, I haven't done this one. Okay. So the Atornan system. Okay, so let's go ahead and search this one up. So ATO. Whereabouts are we here? There it is. So let's see what he has prepared for us in here. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're almost coming up to an hour now. Wow. We've done a pretty decent amount of simulations. How many have I done, Pete? I think I've done about 4 or 5 now. That's pretty good. Pretty decent. Alright, awesome. Well, it's good I've managed to catch up on my upload channel for this, which is pretty awesome. So, right, there we go. Okay. A star system in the faraway nebula in the Andromeda Galaxy. Modded objects here come from either custom colors, 7-star... Okay, so it's crediting all the ones it's in. Okay, cool. So here is the main star. Obviously, brightness is still disabled for lag purposes. So here we go. Right, first object in here is this very hot object. Obviously, no glow coming from this either at 2,000 degrees, but there it is there. I really like the background in this simulation. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, there we go. Wow, over 20 people watching now. Thank you very much, guys. That is awesome. And it's good to do a stream, because it's been very long since I've done one. And obviously, thank you all for 10,000 subscribers as well. So it's absolutely amazing that we have got there now. So yeah, awesome stuff. Actually, speaking of the background, from this angle, it reminds me of the Northern Lights with the green. Definitely gives me those sort of vibes from it there. So there we go. We'll turn off the zone as well. Oh, it was the zone. Oh, no, the zone wasn't making it look more green. Okay, there we go. So we have another object here. So there's that. Right, then we have Davon over here. So there it is. It looks similar to Pluto with the colour scheme on it. You can get some objects quite similar to the way Pluto looks with the colours. So there we go there. And then for the colours, that's there. There they are. So it's all different shades of oranges and stuff to give you those Pluto colours. So yeah, there we go. Right, moving on to the Clast. This one's called Clast, yep. So over here. Right, there we are. So that's an Earth-like world, as we can see here. Stats on it, 93 and 73. Or 96, sorry, and then 73. So there we are. Looking good. Right, there we go. And it has a moon as well. So we have this object here. So there we go. Looking good. Wow. Alright, there we are. Oh, I'm liking this one. So it's a Jupiter look-alike with the bands. It actually looks quite cool, actually. If you put a red spot on that, you could probably mistake some people for a Jupiter, but yeah, it looks quite good, actually. So there it is there. Then we have some more moons as well over here. That's cool. I like the colours on this one. So it's a white and light blue with some ice on it. Some frozen, yeah, some frozen water, as we can see. It's got some water on it. Okay, that's a nice looking object right there. And it's all done with that. It's not modded or anything. You can make this normally. That's a nice object right there. So there we go. Okay, how's the chat doing? Let's see here. This channel should already have a lot of subs. It was made in like 2018. Actually, I started in 2016. I took over from my brother who had this channel. I didn't actually create the channel. Yeah, it was August 2016 I made my first video. But then I didn't make them constantly. I took like weeks and weeks between making videos. But then I slowly started getting into it with, it was Minecraft videos I started. Then I did some Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. And then I started doing Universe Sandbox. Well, I already did Universe Sandbox in my first video, but I just started doing more and more Universe Sandbox, and it eventually phased out all of the other games I did, because it was doing better, and people were liking it more. So, yeah, that's sort of the story of the origins, I guess. So, yeah, there we go. Right, then we have the next object over here. This one is very, very dark. This is the... Oh, I know this. I have a copy of this. This was called the Blue Venus at some point. It's a very, very dark Venus atmosphere object. I mean, if we look underneath, there it is, but it's a very, very dark blue atmosphere on it with like it's got a sort of purple secondary color to it as well. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. That is really awesome. But it's quite hard to see this one. Like, you'd have to put multiple stars in here for it to actually be more visible. I mean, if we just put a couple of suns in here quick, then you can see it should light up the blue a bit more. If I put a couple... Actually, I may need to turn on... If I quickly turn on the brightness, then it should light this thing up. And that doesn't do anything. See, this object is so dark, even if you had other stars, it's still very, very dark. I didn't think it would do that, actually, but yeah, such a dark atmosphere, even other stars don't really light it up much. So yeah, there we go. And then we have the next object out here. This one is also very, very dark. We've gone studio mode as well. So there it is there. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, both of these are... That one is the darkest one, of course. And then we have another moon over here. So there we go. There's all of those ones. Then moving on to the next object over here. See, I've definitely seen copies of this one before. The blue, grey and white atmosphere or coloured gas giant here. Definitely seen ones of those before. Then we have... Oh, wow. Okay, now that looks awesome. Look at this thing. So it's got a very bright sort of yellowy orange atmosphere on here. It's quite a reflective object. It's quite shiny. It's a very nice golden looking object. Look at that. What do you think of that one, Pete? That one looks really good. So, yeah. That is awesome. There we go. Looking good. I'm liking that one. So there we go. Then we have Taruna here. That one is, yeah, got a slight, like, brownish yellow atmosphere to it. Right there. Quite a rocky looking object underneath those clouds with some oceans. So there we go. Decent stats on it. 85 and 50 there. Right, there we are. Then moving on to the next object out here. So this is an all frozen ice world. Then the other object, look at a little asteroid. We have this one as well, also a minor object, and then another minor object. Okay, so that's all of those. Right, moving on to the next object now. We have Nurkala over here. This is a Titan object, without a doubt. Take the atmosphere off it, so you can see here. Pretty interesting colours underneath, with very dark sort of aqua green and a purple and a black by the looks of it, and the colour scheme there. Yeah, there you go, so there are the colours. It's actually a dark blue, not a purple. But blended with the black, it makes it more of a purple look to it, which is quite cool. So yeah, there it is. The Titan atmosphere on top of it. So there we go. Who remembers when Neptunian Guy used to be called the Math Bros and the fans said change it to Neptunian Guy? I don't think it was the fans. I think I just came up with that by myself. I may have asked people what they thought of the name, but I think the original name was I think I came up with Neptunian Guy. I don't think anyone told me that. But then I think I asked people, what do you think of it? And then I eventually changed my name to it. Well, at some point, I had the channel was called the Math Bros Neptunian Guy because I was sort of like during a transition phase. So I rolled with both names for a bit. Then I fully turned it to Neptunian Guy, and then that's where we are today. Because yeah, the Math Bros didn't really fit because it was only me making videos and my brother didn't do anything. He founded the channel, but he never really took part. You can see him in some of the really old Minecraft videos. They're the only videos I really do with other people, other than like the Clash of Clans and Clash Royale videos, which are really old now. But anyways, next object out here is a very nice blue looking object with two shades of blue, a lighter and a darker blue there. Probably would be quite a decent Planet 9, honestly, if you were to use that. Not a bad object at all there. So there we go. Then we have the next object over here. We have Nemco here. And this one's also, even with also blue, but yeah, a lot more pale blue, as we can see here. So there is that one. From certain angles, it looks like the Neptune in the game. The regular Neptune there. So yeah, there we go. Right, and yeah, that is all of the objects in this simulation. So awesome. Really like the background color on this one, I have to say. Really, really good looking there. Right. Now moving on to the next simulation here. Okay, awesome. Right. A guy asking how I got into YouTube. Well, I just thought, because obviously my brother, he already owned the channel. And I thought, I'm going to make a video and pull it up. And it did quite well, so I thought, oh, I'll make a few more videos. And they did well as well, so it sort of just got me into it because the few like videos I did just for the fun of it, they did quite well. So I thought, oh, I could keep doing a few more of these, see how it goes. And then when I got 100 subs, I thought, I think I should do this, make this like a full-time sort of hobby. And then it sort of just grew and grew from there. I originally just uploaded videos just for the fun of it. I didn't really plan to do it full-time, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't really do it full-time at the moment, but I guess I do it more of a part-time. But I didn't plan on doing it very often, just occasional like a video on my brother's YouTube channel. But then I sort of like, I guess I sort of took over it because he didn't upload videos at that point, really. So I just sort of inherited it and then just started making videos on it. And that's where we sort of came today. So yeah, pretty weird story behind mine, I guess. Right there, but yeah, that's really what happened. Pretty weird. So then after that, I started doing Minecraft videos. They were alright. They didn't really do too much. They didn't really do too much to the channel. Then I did the Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. They did a little better. But then the Universe Sandbox are the ones that really made it better. So yeah, that's sort of how it started. Right, there we go. Righty. Oh, okay. So next simulation that was sent is another one from Martian Guy now. Okay, we're almost at the bottom of the chat as well, so I'm making decent progress of all these simulations which I'm due to do. So this one's the Kepler 31 system. Okay, so based off a real system. Right, so the Kepler 31, let's go ahead and see what Martian Guy has prepared for us. So open, and then Kepler 31. Okay, here we go. Oh, pretty cool background it has by the looks of it. Right, there we go. Neptunian Guy, you inspired me to get that game. Well, that's really awesome. Very nice. Right. So here we go. So Kepler 31A and Kepler 31B. Wow. I'm assuming these are all real. I mean, anyone have any knowledge of Kepler 31? Is this like all real? I'm not really sure. Pete, do you want to like quickly look it up to see if this like is the real deal with like all of these objects? If you want. I wonder if this is I'm assuming this is a real system that he has replicated. I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about Kepler 31. I mean, there's so many Kepler objects. How are you going to keep up with them all? But I wonder if this is like based off a real system. So here are the objects in here. So Kepler 31, A1. Oh, it's going to get annoying saying all that. So I'll just say 31. Yeah, 31. Or A1. There we go. So then we have A2 over here. So this is a ocean world, as we can see here. And we have A3. So there we are. Yeah, I'll go through more. I won't zoom in on them all or anything like that. So then we have A4. Then we have A5. Yeah, I'll zoom in on anything that catches interest. So that's what I normally do. If they're all like the random spawns and stuff, I don't really zoom in on them too much. We'll check these stats on this one. 94 and a very low life likelihood on that one, so it's probably something to do with the atmosphere pressure. Yeah, low surface pressure. Yeah, humanity can't do very well in low surface pressures. So yeah, there's that. A6, A7 is over here. So another ocean world. 1.01 ATM. So this one has a lot more friendly atmosphere for us humans. So 91 and 34. So yeah, there we go there. Then we have A8, which is all the way over here. Frozen world by the looks of it, right there. So there we go. Someone's asking how much is a light year. Well, I can quickly do it for you actually. So we'll spawn a Mercury. So AU. How much a light year is an AU. So if we go all the way out here. So you can see here it just turned to 1 light year. So 1 light year is about, if I just do it a little less, 1 light year is about 62 or 63,000 AU, sort of rounded up. 63,000 AU. Obviously in astronomical units, that's about a light year, as we can see here. So obviously if I make it any larger, it becomes 1 light year. So about 63-ish thousand AU is a light year there. So if you want to convert that into kilometers, go ahead. But yeah, it's gonna be quite a lot of kilometers. Hello, Mad Planet guy, just joined the chat there. Yeah, so quite a lot of astronomical units. Oh, I think someone said it. A816. A light year is about, I think that's 9 trillion kilometers. Is that a trillion? Or no, this must be a trillion, I think. Right there, but yeah, either way, a very, very large amount of kilometers there. Right, so then moving on to the next object now. So it's a gas giant, Kepler 31A9 there. Then we have A10. Hey Pete, is this a real simulation or like a real system? Have you seen that up? Okay, so Pete has looked it up for us, and he can't may not be. So yeah, check. Not really sure, but it's pretty cool how he's made it. Pretty like big system with all these objects. I mean, it's quite a lot of exoplanets for one or for 2 stars, I think. So I'm not really sure on that. But yeah, there we go. So that's A12. We have A13 here, and then A14. So yeah, there we go. Right, and then on to the second star. Looks like it's got a massive blue ring around it. Yeah, I'm not sure about the blue ring being realistic. Right there, unfortunately. But then we have all of these objects here. That one looks, this first one looks pretty interesting. So get a close up on this one here. So, oh, I like this one. The blue clouds with the very desert look to it, and that light yellow, this light yellow shade. I think that looks really awesome with the way it looks here. And this simulation's running as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, I like that one. So there it is there. Quite laggy. Okay, so we have to slow it down. It's got laggy again. Sorry about that, people. Well, yeah, it's weird why it does that. Yeah, so I'll keep it paused. But yeah, it's something to do with the recording software, sending it to YouTube, because it's not lagging for me or anything, but I'm watching it on another device and I can see it is lagging a bit. So yeah, apologies for that. There's not really too much I can do about it though, so I'll just have to hopefully wait for it to go away and stabilize. So yeah, there we go. So that is those ones done. So zooming out. I will remove that. Oh no, did I remove the asteroid belt now? I'll go ahead and remove that just to make it a little more smooth. So then we've got Kepler 31b2 over here. Okay, so a lot of people are reporting lag. Okay, how's it doing now? Is it a little better? It looks like it's doing a little better on my end. So, right, there we go. So there is the next object here. So B2, we've got B3 here. So I don't know if it's certain simulations that make it more laggy or not. It's really weird why it does it. So there we go. 31B3. We have 31B4. So another ocean world. A lot of ocean worlds. But yeah, these are all random generated. I don't think any of these are really modded. So here we go. Then we have the next one over here. This one looks very similar to that one. Look at that. Slightly different land though. And slightly different colour themes there. Yeah, but these seem very Earth-like to be realistic. So yeah, I'm not really sure this is any real system. This may just be a little creation of one object in a system or something, because there is a Kepler 31 in existence, but I don't know if it has this many objects around it. But yeah, there we go. It seems a little too unrealistic with how clean their orbits are and just how many objects there are around. I mean, I'm not sure a binary system in reality would have this many objects in orbit, in all perfect oval shaped orbits. Seems a little too much for me to believe, I have to say. So yeah, there we go. Then we have a gas giant here. Okay, is it less laggy now? doesn't look. Yeah, it doesn't look as bad now on my end. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's looking a little more better now. Yeah, apologies for that, everyone. Don't know why it's doing that. It's really weird. Then we have B10 over here. Then B11. Yeah, so they're all random generated with blue atmospheres right here. So 12, 13. We'll check them all though. 14, 15. Is there a 15? Which is that one. Okay, so that's it for this simulation. Okay, so that is all of those ones in the Kepler 31 system here. Okay, so there we go. Right, the next one is from Ncrafter16. Hello, can anyone review or rate my system? Okay, let's do it here. So let's see what he has got for us here. Right, so it's called Habitable Rogue Planet. Okay, interesting. So let's go ahead and search this up. So habitable. Okay, here we go. Habitable Rogue Planet within Supergiant Cluster. Right, let's see what this has for us here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Ooh. There's a lot of R136A1s around. Okay, that's pretty crazy stuff. A concept about a temporary habitable free-floating planet near a star cluster filled with supergiant stars. Context: the planet has just exited the star cluster after being kicked out of its original solar system. It endured thousands of years of being frozen in the cold vacuum of space, then being scorched after entering a fairly young star system and finally catching a break from a few thousand light years away from the main star system. Exotic life has developed here in the form of brown photosynthetic organisms and exotic animals, but with its main source of heat slowly dwindling. How long will this last? And that is a lot of reading, but yeah, there you go. So pretty cool concept, actually. That's quite cool. So that, in theory, I mean, the chances of this probably would be quite unlikely, but rogue planets could eventually warm up again if they did get close to big stars or like very luminous stars like R136A1. I mean, pretty bright luminosity. I mean, if a planet did slowly sway a little close to these big stars, then maybe it would warm up again. So right now it's at 95 degrees, so pretty warm, but pretty cool nonetheless. So how many stars are in here? Let's zoom out here. So we've got quite a lot of R1. Yes, it's a cluster after all, so quite a lot of stars in here. I mean, if we yeah, quite a lot of blue in here with all of these R136A1s. But yeah, in theory, can we see the... Okay, there's no habitable zone, so it's still quite far away. But if we click play, does it retain its temperature or not, or does it cool down? So let's see here. Play. Does it survive? I'm assuming the stars could collide at some point, but does that temperature survive? It's 95 degrees. Maybe it does. Is it going to cool down or anything? I mean, if any of these stars collide, it's going to create a nova and mess everything up, but for the time being, it actually looks like it's... So it's cooling down a little bit, but we are travelling a few months. But he did say temporarily warm up, so maybe it did survive for a little bit there. Huh, that's pretty cool, though. That's quite a cool concept, honestly. What do you guys think of a concept of a planet, a rogue planet entering a star cluster where it actually warms up a bit? That's quite a cool little concept, but the chances of it happening would be very, very low. But that is, that's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go there. Right, we have quite a cool concept, I have to say, for that one there. So there we go. Right, now moving on to the next system here. Okay, I think I've done this one from Mad Planet Guy, but let's see. So, and I haven't done this simulation before. Okay, so this one is called the Nuskasi system. Okay, so that's quite a common random generated name. But let's see what he has got for us here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so the Nusk. Okay, here it is. So let's see what Mad Planet Guy has prepared for us in here. This is in my overdue list of doing. So here we go. Oh, and that is a crazy amount of reading, Mad Planet Guy. Damn, look at this. Damn, that's a lot of reading, and my voice is actually hurting a bit. I've almost completely drank my water. My voice is I think my voice is breaking. It's really hurting to talk at this point. Right, and everything here was made by me, Mad Planet Guy. Okay, cool. So here is the main star. Right, awesome. So I remember I can right-click to open the menu, correct, Pete? That's what I can do, isn't it? Alright, there we go. Hello to anyone who has just joined as well. Someone just said hello. Hello there. Right, anyways, first object in here. So a whole system on the random generated name of Nuskaski here. Right, so here it is. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, look at this thing. Got some pretty... yeah, Mad Planet Guy's probably cooked up something pretty good for us here. But look at this. Some pretty... definitely a system to keep an eye on. Look at these. That is a very weird texture. What is that? I can't even tell what texture these are. No hydrogen on it, so it's not a gas giant or anything. That is a very interesting one Mad Planet Guy has made for us there. So there we go. So is there? Right, so that is B. Then we have C here. Okay, now we're going to do the reading. Okay, so B is a hostile super-Earth with silicon clouds and a heavy atmosphere. This planet used to be Jupiter-sized, but it lost lots of its gases due to the close proximity to Naskaski. Okay, right, then we have planet C now. This planet has a high eccentric and inclination caused by a collision. It was a lot more massive, but it lost its hydrogen long ago due to close proximity of the star as well. For part of the year, it has oceans on its surface. So here it is here. It looks like a Ganymede tinted a lot darker. I think that's a darkened Ganymede. I want to say, yeah, I definitely think that's a Ganymede texture, or something to do with a Ganymede texture there. Definitely looks quite similar to a Ganymede there. So there is that one. Alright, there we go. Gap Marrow, yeah, I remember you asked that earlier. Let's see. Then we have number D now, or letter D. So here it is here. So this planet was the victim of a giant collision with another planet. So maybe it must have been C and D it collided. With the same aspect, great size. This happened when it was still a gas giant, the size of 3 Jupiters. The collision blasted away the hydrogen, leaving the remnant of its core behind. How large is this? 6,000 kilometers. Okay, there we go. It's a very dark red and black, as we can see there. Right, so there we go. I like the background colour in here he's made for us as well. Quite a nice, interesting mix of like the sort of reddish pink with the cyan sort of blue look to it. It's quite a cool look there. There we go. Then we have letter E now. So it wasn't ever involved in any major collisions, so it remained relatively the same throughout its history. The only notable thing to happen was it was picked up a fraction of hydrogen from the major collision which happened to the other 2 planets. This means it has quite a thick atmosphere. That's quite cool. I like that concept. Right, so there we go. Let's have a look underneath this atmosphere there. So there we go. So that's it underneath. So a very, very dark world, as we can see there. So there we go there with all like custom sort of surfaces and stuff there. So looking good. So there we go. There is that object. So moving on, we have letter F now. So this one, oh, this one looks pretty interesting. Look at the texture on this. So here we go there. That's quite a cool looking one, I have to say, right there. So we've got sort of blue atmosphere with a very interesting sort of cloud texture on it, which is quite cool. I've seen a few of these before as well here. So there we go. Looking good. So there is letter F. Then moving on to H now. Over here. Oh, now, wow, look at this one, guys. What do you think of this? Look at all the craters on here. It's got some ice on it by the looks of it. Yeah, a little frozen up as well, but wow, look at that. Custom sort of crater texture on it. That is a really cool looking object. What do you guys think of this? Super Earth sort of size, around 10,000 kilometers there, a little less. Pretty large mass and radius as well. That is a cool looking object. What do you guys think of this one? Yeah, what do you guys think of that in the chat? That looks really awesome. See, it's got slight oceans or frozen oceans. If we remove them, it looks like that. So it's a little more blue, but obviously the frozen oceans give it a slight more icy look to it, which fills up those craters. So we try and pull it back to the way it was, but yeah, water's a little glitchy, as we all know. But yeah, that looks quite cool the way it was. Let's just reopen the simulation, because I don't want to be messing around with that for ages. But yeah, what do you guys... I think that is a cool looking object, I have to say. So this was, it wasn't F, was it? That was, yeah, H. We were on H. That is a really cool looking object, I have to say. That looks so cool. Yeah, definitely one of the top ones in the simulation I think we have seen so far. That is a cool looking object, I have to say. Yeah, really, really cool one. So yes, that is letter H. Now we have I over here. Right, so there we go. So here we are. So this one is also going with a custom sort of look to it as well. Sort of a red with a white atmosphere here. So we've got some oceans as well. Water, there's little lakes. I wouldn't really describe them as oceans, really. They're all just lakes and stuff everywhere. Right there, looking pretty good there. With the white clouds as well. Then we have a moon orbiting it as well. With a custom, it looks almost blurry. Quite a weird texture that one has right there. So there we go. So there we are. There is that one. Now moving on to the letter J now. Okay, so this one. Oh, look at this one. Wow, look at that. That's quite an interesting looking one with the colours. It's like a light, very, very light pale blue. Let's get a look around this thing. No idea what that originally was. It sort of reminds me of what Pluto looks like, but it doesn't match up with what Pluto looks like. It's quite a weird texture this one has. Pretty cool nonetheless though. So there it is there. So that's letter J. So nice to see J. Right, now we're going on to... Whereas the next one... Okay, so G. We haven't done G yet. Oh, no, we did. No, we did. Did we do this one? No, that's different. That's definitely different to the... It was H. Is it? No, it wasn't H. Yeah, it was H. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's different to the... Yeah, that is definitely different to the created one earlier with the ice lakes in it. But yeah, quite similar to the one we saw before. Right here, though. So there we go. Studio mode. So there we go. So that's letter G. Yeah, definitely. That is definitely a different one to the one we saw back there. So there we go. That is all of the objects in the simulation, I think. So let's get a lineup of them all quick in the comparison between those two. So radius. And here they all are. So here we are. Yeah, that was the one we saw first. Was the one with the oceans in its lakes. So yeah, there they are compared. So similar but different, as we can see here. Their surface textures, I think they're using the same texture, but they look very different. So it's just to show, using the same textures, you can still make some very different looking objects with the color schemes, which is quite cool there. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? I think that's quite a cool looking one there, I have to say. Then we have the first object we saw, which was that really weird silicon looking object there. So there is that. But then going to the reading again, so I stopped reading them. So F was the small yet cloudy planet about the mass of Mars. There are many, so we'll actually go to F just to find it. Where is F? Let's just go back onto the mode here, just so we can find them easier. So yeah, here was F. So F was this one. Yes, it was the pretty cool looking one. So yeah, it was a small yet cloudy planet. Speculations below it has a thick, it's a molten hell. To the habitable frozen planet. Some speculate its clouds never end, which is a ball of pure gas from a planet collision. Okay, that's quite a cool one. So that's F. Then we have G. So G was the one we already... Also, we already went to all of these. That was the one we just saw. So this was the large super Earth. Yet it has an extremely thin atmosphere. No one knows why, for it is a collision. So a lot of these seem to be collision related, these objects. So formed in an ancient star system when it was captured by Nuskzy. It's unknown what happened to its star system. Okay, so that's a rogue sort of planet that was captured then. Then planet H, so which was this one. Okay, so this planet is a massive super Earth, which is a purplish tint. Yeah, I think this is the best one in the simulation as well. Let me know what you guys think on that. But yeah, there is this one. So it's a massive super Earth, which is a purplish tint due to the bacteria on the surface. The planet was once a warm subterranean, yet it got too close to another planet, which pulled a few of the light gases that made its atmosphere away from it, which was enough to make it cool down and its albedo to rise, which caused even lower temperatures and more gases in the atmosphere to freeze, essentially creating a runaway freezing effect. That's quite cool, actually. And then the next one is I. So it's a warm Terran object with ponds of water. Okay, so that was this one. With ponds of water, it's large moons total. Oh, no, we did this one, didn't we? This was the red one. So large ponds of water. Causes the heavy atmosphere to heat up. Then the heat is circulated around the planet. Its moon is quite large in ratio to the planet. It's a captured dwarf planet, believed to be the moon of Nuskzy D, until its collision blasted most of its mass away and changed its orbit. Okay, that's pretty cool there. So there we go. And then the last object was J, which is over here. This planet is a small ball of rock and ice. The mass of Mercury at the edge of the system. It managed to avoid any major events due to its position in the system. So yeah, not many craters on this one. So it's been completely hidden away from any trouble in the areas closer to the star there. But yeah, there is all of that. And that is a ton of reading right there. But yeah, there we go. So that is my Planet Guys Nuskzy system there. How many simulations have I done now? I've been going for... I've done about 6 or 7 now. Okay. So almost an hour and a half now. Whew. So yeah, there we go. Now moving on to the next simulation here. Right, oh, my voice is killing me now every time I talk. I've just worn it away from constant talking for an hour and a half. And I'm almost out of water. Oh no. But anyways, right, so the next one is called the Oxidized System. This is from Martian Guys, so let's go ahead and see this. Right, so there we go. I've made very good progress on catching up with all the simulations that I haven't got round to doing yet. So awesome stuff. Rightio. So okay, so the Oxidized System. So let's search this up. So OXI. Here we go. So Oxidize. So let's see what Martian Guy has got for us in here. So here we go. Also going with the brown background again. Oh, bit of lag there. So there's some rings in here. Okay. Whoa, look at this star. Look at this thing go. Whoa. So yeah, we're going to pause it for lag purposes. So, right, I'm going to keep an eye on this one because I don't want it to lag out or anything. So, it is Oxidize. So, there we go. So then it's first object here, very, very red object as we can see here. Rightio, let me know if there's any lag going on, but I think it's all right at the moment. So there we go. So this one's got 2 polar caps on it as well, as we can see there. Very, very reddish world there, similar to Mars in a way. Right there. So there is oxidize. Right, there's a. This one has crazy rings around it. I'm gonna head to this one, just so we can get past it, so we can remove the rings. But here is this one. So that's one of the outer objects, but that's got crazy rings. And I definitely want to remove those because I do not want the lag to mess it up. So we'll work our way inwards now. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the rings. But yeah, there we go. It's so much less laggy now. But here we have a colonized looking Mars by the looks of it here. It's got some clouds on it. Not too much water as we can see there. The water would be all under the surface with that low amount there. Okay, simulations all still doing good. Pete, it's not lagging or anything. Okay, it's all looking good. Alright, thank you. Alright, so logic there, that's that one. Alright, so then we have that. Right, now moving on to this one. So all these have the trend of being the colour red by the looks of it. Like very like Mars red-like objects here. So there's that one there. Yes, so you've definitely got the red-orange sort of colour scheme with this simulation. So then we have this one as well. So yeah, I'll go through them all in the menu here. So there we go, so that's all of them. There was one called Mars as well. What does that look like? Oh, so it's a very, very red looking Mars with a modded atmosphere on it. Is it a Mars texture underneath though? Let's have a look. It is a Mars underneath, so there we go. So it's a very, very red atmosphered Mars right there. So there we are. Right, looking good. So there's Mars. Right, then we have these ones. But yeah, they're all very similar in the way they look, honestly. I mean, with all these. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, all very, very similar, I have to say. So yeah, there we go. So that is that simulation done. But all very similar objects right there. With the brown background as well, which looks quite cool, I have to say. So there we are. Right, then we have, the next simulation is an 11-star system from Gigaman. Okay, let's see what he has got for us in here. This must be quite a big one, so, right, save. Right, let's see what this says. 11 stars, though. This should be quite an interesting one. Right, so, yeah, there we go. Right, so, let's search this up. So, 11. 11-star system by Gigaman. Here we go. Right, let's see what he's got for us. This is the final edition, and oh my god, this is some complex stuff, people. Look at this. Whoa. So, there's only 29 objects in here, okay, so I'm guessing most of it consists of stars, but look at this. So, welcome to the 11-star system, and it's stable, apparently. This system is my record for the number of stars. So, he's done all the calculations and stuff. Wow, look how complex this is, Pete. What do you think on this? Wow. That is really cool, isn't it? Wow. Look at this, guys. Wow. See, most people always commend modding as a really good thing in Universe Sandbox to do, but look at this. This must have taken him absolutely ages to get this all right. I mean, yeah, record holder stable system. Wow. I really want to click play on this and see if it works. But yeah, we have a Barry center in the middle, which is the one thing you need for stable systems. Loads of Barry centers. Look at all these. Anyways, we'll go into the objects now. So here we go. So 2 stars, Barry centers. Yeah, I'm not expecting many planets. I think I'm assuming the Barry centers make up the other numbers. It's 18 objects. I'm guessing there's 7 Barry centers. Yeah, it's got all of the star masses and calculations. It must have taken him hours to make this, and wow. Yeah, what do you guys think on this? This is awesome. Yeah, all of these stars all stable apparently. So all these Barry centers and stuff must have taken ages to get all this all put into place. I mean, look how cool this is. 2 Barry centers just for these 2 stars, and it looks like he's ran it a bit. 7.85 years he's ran it for, or run the simulation for. So pretty crazy stuff. So there's all of those. We have another Barry center here, and then even more Barry centers and stars over here. So these 2 in a binary. See, originally I thought that was just 1 star here, but no, there's 2 stars here. They're binary, and then those 2 are in a binary with these 2, which are in a binary. So that's 4 stars. There's 3 Barry centers just for these ones. I mean, look how complex this is. This is crazy. I mean, I'll turn on orbit mode. I don't think that's going to show much because these are like traveling stars. They don't really stay in the same place, but trails, just wow. That is insanely impressive with the way this is all done. So, yeah, there we go. Then the last set of stars over here. Oh, there is a planet in here. Ooh, okay, I'm going to check that out last. So then we have 2 more stars in a binary here. That planet looked quite... Oh, there is a few planets. Okay, so... Okay, I think that's... okay, so we'll check out the planets now, but... Okay, let's see what we've got here. So this is a habitable planet in a 6-star stable system. Wow. Now this would probably be 1 in a billion chance of this in real life. I mean, the chances of a habitable planet in a 6-star system, that would be pretty impressive to find. I mean, that maybe they don't even exist at all. The chances of something like this would just be ridiculously high. I mean, what do you think the chances of something like this would happen in, Pete? I mean, wow. Just a billion million, yeah, like just crazy chance for an habitable planet in here. Let's check the stats here. 96, 52, very high stats for it there. Right, so there we go. Then the other, yeah, this was the one that caught my attention. Look at this. Look at this. It's reflective, it's shiny, it's got yellow city lights. Look at this. Now that is a real surprise to have in here. I wasn't expecting any modded objects. I was thinking it ought to be stars, but look how beautiful this is. What do you guys think of this? Golden yellow oceans, pink cloud. I mean, that's not a reflective surface. I think that is an ocean. Has it got water on it? Yeah, it's got water. I think that is an ocean. I'm pretty sure that is an ocean, because also it's got clouds on it, so it has to have some water on it. Yeah, that I'm 100% sure that is a yellow ocean on it. Wow, that is probably, I think that may be one of the best objects we've seen today. That is such a good looking object. What do you guys think of that? I mean, from this angle as well, look at the purple clouds on it. If we just turn everything off, look how good that looks. Wow. That is a beautiful looking planet that Giga Man has made here. Wow. That is very, very, I really like that. It's such a cool object right there with the lights. I want to save and get a copy of that, because that is really awesome there. Wow. That is such a good looking object. Really, really nice job there. That is really good. So there we go. Right. Oh no, I want trails. So there we go. So we've done that one. Right. So then we have a gas giant in here as well. So it's got moons. It's got some moons. So this is a purple coloured gas giant, as we can see here. That planet reminds me of Avatar. Yeah, in a way, it does remind me. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. This is really awesome. Just how detailed this is. A 11-star stable system. So we've got a nice green tinted object in here as well. Nowhere near as cool as the yellow one, I have to say, but it does look good with the green city lights and the green oceans. That does look really nice. But the yellow golden one, that is just, it's such a good looking object. This one as well. That one is beautiful looking as well. Also with city lights. Wow. Very nice bright surface as well. That is such a cool looking object. And it's moons of a gas giant in an 11. Oh, and there's even an object that says run the simulation. Okay, we are definitely going to click play and see how this works. But I just want to make sure I've done everything. And then we have this one as well. This one's called Pool over here. Going with very tinted purple on it with the pinkish coloured, pinkish coloured, North and South Pole there. But wow, this is looking really good. Also with pink city lights. Oh, wow, this is really cool. So there we go. There it is there. Wow, Pete, what do you think on this? This is just, these are really good. Wow. Yeah, one of the best ones you've ever seen, the yellow ocean planet. Yeah, I agree. It is such a good looking object. There it is again. Just look how good it looks. The colours go together so well. The city lights, the golden reflective oceans. That is so good. And then we did this one already, didn't we? But I think that is all of the planets. We'll just have a look in the menu now. So there's all the stars and all the planets. Yeah, we've definitely seen all of those. Yellow one 100% is the highlight. I mean, we'll go in chart mode as well. But look at all the stars in the stable system. This is amazing stuff. So, yeah, and probably definitely one of the highlights we'll be ending on today. So I'll probably be able to do maybe 1 or 2 more after this, depending on how long they are. But yeah, look at that. 100% the best one in here. That is such a good looking object right there. Wow. The city lights as well just look so good. They look so great. So there we go. But now, what we've all been waiting for, let's run this. Let's run this simulation. How does this all work? So, again, I'll reopen it just to get like the text box open again with all of the calculations and stuff. All of these numbers and meanings, just all these Barry centers, all of those stars, obviously. This is going to be awesome, right? Let's click play. There we go. So we are playing right now. So let's just go ahead and zoom in on all of these. So here we go. It's all working. Look at this. 2 binary stars. That's 4 stars already. So these are both in binaries. In a binary with each other. So 2 binary stars in the binary with 2 other stars. This is quite complicated with all these stars and binaries and stuff. So that is all of that there. So yeah, so 2 binaries together, and then I'm assuming their gravity is working with these objects up here. I mean, look at this. It's all running. It's all working. Like, oh wow, this is just so cool. So there's that object. So that's a planet in orbit of these 2 stars. And what's even cooler about it is these planets are habitable around all of these stars. I mean, wow. That object's smoking up a bit. One of them is smoking it up slightly, but I mean, it still works. Oh no, we didn't. Did we see? Oh, I think this one. Did we see this one? And then I think this one may have lost the water it had. Yeah, this one had ice on it, so it looks like this one's glitched out or something because that one's just changing its appearance. That's not a different object. So yeah, all of these. It's cool how they're all working though. Yeah, there may be in a collision or something. There's some fragments now. Yeah, something definitely blew up. But either way, the fact that it is pretty much working, all the stars are working. I mean, yeah, the moons may have collided, but it could just be because we're running it too fast. I mean, maybe this is meant to be ran quite slow, but the fact that all of these stars are in a binary, all working with each other, this is amazing stuff. Wow, what do you guys think of this? This is just, it's all working. Look at this. So there's 11 stars in here, all working together. We've got the 2 like pulsar ones, 2 Barry centers just for those 2 there, and they're working with this red star here. This is amazing stuff. This is really, really cool. So yeah, what do you guys think of this in the chat? But this is some pretty awesome stuff here. Definitely one of the highlights of today. I think that is very, very impressive. He's got all of these Barry centers all set up, and he's done some real technical stuff in game here to make all of this stuff. Really, really well done to Giga Man for making this, because this is really, really awesome. And yeah, shame on me for taking so long to get it done in the video, honestly. But yeah, there we go. So there is that. That is very, very impressive. Very nice job there. Right, next simulation we have got is from German guy. So solar system with inner planets. Okay, so let's see what he is. Let's see what he has got for us. So there we go. Save. Right, so German guy. I don't think I've ever done a simulation from them. So there we go. TIS a grade A system. Yeah, I agree. This is a very, very cool looking system. Right, anyways, moving on. So the next system, yeah, the solar system with inner planets. So I've got a lot of simulations called solar systems, so I'm going to have to... Alright, there we go. Solar system. Okay, my sims. Yeah, many things I have. Solar system. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to search deeper to find this one. So yeah, solar system with inner planets. Okay. The search bar goes. Search bar. Yep. So solar. Come on, search system with inner planets. Here it is. All right, let's see what is in this simulation. So here we go. Right. Oh, so he's okay. So here's the sun. All right. So then we have Mercury. Okay, so all of the regular objects. So I'm assuming he must have added something special in here. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. And then he's got some asteroid belt objects. We've got Hygeia. We have this one here, which I don't have in my own simulation, actually. We've got Pallas. That's one of the recognizable ones. Juno. Okay, so he's added a lot more of the smaller objects in, like all of the less known ones. But yeah, we've got a bunch of them in here as well. Because the ones I have are like Ceres, Pallas, Hygeia, Iris, Vesta, of course. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, pretty short simulation. It's just a slightly altered version of our solar system there with some extra asteroid belt objects. So yeah, there is that one from German guy there. So there we go. Right, now moving on to Demetrian guy here. So with the Atorman system. Have I done this one before? Let's see here. Yes, I have done this simulation. Okay, so we can skip that one. And I've almost done the whole list of simulations I have needed to get through. So I think this stream will be a real success, honestly. I've got through all of the waiting list that needed doing, so hopefully I can get back to doing more now. So this is all of the ones in the upload chat for my server, so I haven't done any of the ones in the DMs, but I can get straight to those now once I have finished with this one. So there we go. Right, so next up we got a simulation from Fufu Z here. So this is the FZ system. So let's go ahead and save this. I don't think I've done this one before. So, okay. So let's search it up. So the FZ system. Here we go. Right, let's see what he has got for us here. And yeah, last half an hour of the stream now, since I have to go in about half an hour. So, right, see how many more we can get done in that time. So here we go. Right, here is our start. How many objects have we got in here? 195. Okay, so this one could be the last one of the day. So I've almost got to the bottom of the list then. Right, so Right, here we go here. So FZ0102A. There we go. Alright, so then it's first object here. So yeah, this one is Dimitrium. Yeah, it's quite a hard name to pronounce. So sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, you got quite a hard name to say there. Dimitrium Mian guy. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, really sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But yeah, here it is. So first planet. It's also got a moon around it as well. Oh no, never mind. No, this one isn't from him. This one is from Fufu Z. Sorry, that was his one's the next one I just skipped over because I've done it already. So yeah, this is Fufu Z. Sorry, who made this one. So there we go. Right, this must be coming up to the. How many have I done now, Pete? Do you think? I think I must be around 10 simulations I've gone through now. 9 or 10. Damn, 9 simulations. So let's see if we can make it 10 before we end off. So we'll try and get through this one as quick as possible. So there we go. Right, then we have Terrasis here. So this one is a Earth-like world, as we can see. We'll check the stats on it. 98.6 and then 18.4. There we are. Then research spacecraft. Yep, says that on. Then we have White Ray here. So this one is an all-white gas giant, as we can see here. It's maybe a random spawn. Who knows? Then we have Blues here. So this one's an all-blue object with some different shades of blue. Then we have another planetary researcher. Then we have Mystery Asteroid. Anything interesting around here, like rings or anything? So this one, oh, it's got a moon. Yeah, Mystery Asteroid with an unknown object in orbit, very close to it as well. So there we go there. So zooming out. So we have super far out. Okay, so there we go. So this must have some rings around it because there's a lot more objects than I think I've gone through here. So super far out. Here it is. Right there, so that's the last object in here, but we definitely haven't gone through 195 objects, so maybe one of the objects in here is got some fragments or it's smoking up or something. Well, I think that's everything, yeah. Well, if I do Control D and get rid of any particles, then look, oh, 19, okay, so one of the objects in here had some sort of, must have had some water particles escaping or something, but yeah, there we go. So that's all of that simulation done. So there we go, got through that one pretty quickly there. So now moving on, right. And that has made it to the bottom of the list of the upload channel. So I've done all the ones I needed to catch up on now, I believe. So I guess I can move on to some ones that people have sent me privately. So let's see, I have to look for my DMs to do here. I think I've got one, let me see here. I think I had one from Nika to do. Let's see here. Oh no, I'm saving his for an episode actually because he's got 2. So, right. Any more simulations I've got? Yeah, I'm out of simulations to do. Wow, yeah, I got through a lot of them there, but let's try and get it to 10 simulations. So I think I'll do one more. So I'm just looking through any DM messages I've got because there's definitely one there's definitely some in here that I need to do. So I'm just looking right now. Sorry, what did you say, Pete? Okay, yeah, well, I guess I can end up with that then. Okay, have you sent it to me? The Collective. Yeah, okay, so the last simulation I do today, I think he's deserved it, actually, for helping me out with his stream. He's been in the background. You guys can't hear him, but I've been talking to Mr. Missler, or Pete, as some of you may know him, for the whole thing. He's been helping me out, just helping me with the admin stuff for this. So I think he has earned it for me to do his system at the very end here. So his system is called The Collective here. Pretty cool how I'm doing it live for you, actually. You get a live reaction of me doing it. So, The Collective, right. So this one apparently has a lot of reading. So, yeah, good way to destroy my voice, which is already hurting as I speak. And I'm almost out of water. Right. Well, I am out of water now. Right, so this one's called The Collective. So it's quite a cool name, actually. So, The Collective, right. Here we go. No, I'm loving the background I see in there already. Right, let's see what you've got for us here. Right. Oh, you got like many pages of reading. Okay, right. Oh, it's the rainbow background again. Hey, I haven't seen that one in a while. Right, so there we are. Right, so where are we? So orbits. Oh, this is a pretty interesting, colourful system, isn't it? Look at this. Right, so here we go. Right, so the Collective. The Gradons are a relatively advanced species capable of space travel and planet colonization, though they have the means to become a multi-solar system species that have decided against it, choosing to master colonization in their home system before venturing into the vastness of space. This was Gradon's greatest mistake. Their species survival was at risk from a mysterious life form, the Collective. They couldn't have been ready, or they could have been ready, they escaped. Okay, the Collective is an alien pathogen that's only goal is to spread from host to host. This can be achieved by mimicking the infected host's previous behavior to draw in new hosts. Higher brain function is not known or shown. Oh, pretty interesting stuff you've got here. Planetary and equipment states are shown by their colour. White is unclassed, purple is the homeworld, green represents a stable, normal planet condition. Green. Colours transition it into red, show the incline of chaos and destruction, red being the worst possible outcome. Okay, so look at that colour coded between how bad they are. So green is good, red is bad, and yellow is sort of in between, and then purple is the homeworld, so wherever the purple trailed object is, somewhere here, I believe. So, right, there we go. Right, so Star Stasis drone, severely damaged. So this is it's one of those marble objects here. So I won't zoom in on that because they're pretty glitchy when you zoom in on them. But yeah, there it is. So there we go. Right, so there is the atoll. Okay, so first object here. Right, so this is Beatro here. Okay, actually, yeah, no, I will also... MO is minor object. Okay, so next page. Okay, so atoll. Okay, so this is... We'll just go through it as we go, actually. So atoll is the supermassive star. Life expectancy is unknown. Right, and then Beatro, closest planet, a hot Jupiter with 3 major moons and many minor moons, noted to be extremely similar to its neighbouring planet Surf in looks and size and mass. So here's the gas giant. So it's got some bands on it, as we can see, the hot clouds make it look pretty awesome as well there. So then we have MO, which is the minor object there. So as we can see, just a little asteroid there, so we don't really need to zoom in on those. So then we have Betro A here. So here we are, we're zooming on it. So there we go there. We've got on realistic mode. Oh no, we already are on realistic. Okay, cool. So there we go. Betro A, Betro B. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong as well. But then we have Betro B here. So that's a Sedna lookalike object there. So then we have C over here. So this one is a purple coloured object, as we can see here. So there we are. So that is C. Then we have another minor object, a ton of minor objects. Is there an object D? No, I think they're all minors from that point on. Okay, so they're all minors. Okay, so there we are. So we can close that off. Right, so the next object is Surf. So that is over here. Right, so Surf, the larger and cooler sister planet to Beatro. It has less moons than its sister planet, but its largest moon, Surf B, is home to the high temperature exposure colony. Okay. So is that the one with the purple around it? No, it's not. Okay, so here it is here. So there's the bands on it. So there we go. Nice colour scheme of bands on it right there. So there we are. So then we have Surf A over here. So there we go. But then Surf B is the home world here. So the high temperature exposure colony here. So this is we're going for a nice yellow atmosphere, as we can see here, with a yellow surface underneath there. So there we go. This colony is on high alert as workers in pods have gone dark, leaving B and D to fend for themselves. Okay, pretty cool stuff there. So more minor objects around both of those. Okay, so moving on to the next part of the reading now. Alright, so Dozel over here. So tightly locked ice giant. The red hot storm at its pole is one of the main features. Oh, look at this. Look at this guy. Oh, so it looks like one of the older ones there. So there we are. Alright, so Dozel, a tightly locked ice giant. The red hot storm, yeah, red hot storm looks pretty awesome there. So at its pole is one of its main features. The constant exposure to the high light has given the day side a darker complexion to the night side. So what does the nighttime side look like? Oh yeah, so the daytime side's got that really hot red storm, but nighttime is just completely cooled off and it blends with the rest of the planet. That's quite a cool feature. I like that. That's actually really cool. So yeah, there it is. Is home to many hydrogen mines on the dark side, worker pods in the skies of the Twilight Zone, and solar drains on the day side. 10 out of 52 worker pods have gone dark, with an increasing amount joining them daily. Okay, so they're getting infected with the space disease. How do you get the background? You have to tell them that, Pete, in chat, because you made it with some pretty crazy stuff, I believe. Yeah, so there is Dozel. Right, cool. So, okay, this next one has got some mad reading you have put for us here. So this is Edara. Right, so zooming on here. So it's also with a red trail here. So here it is. So an Earth-sized rocky planet with an atmosphere increasing in size. It hasn't always been this way though. For hundreds of years, this planet has been used as the Gadrion's dumping site. Every single colony has used this planet at some point to dump in everything from space grass to rotten food. Okay, so it's basically a landfill planet. To rotten food, amazing, the planet started to gain an atmosphere consisting of methane, carbon dioxide, and other trace elements. So from all of the scrap and rubbish that's been dumped on here, all of those have combined have created the object and atmosphere. That is a really cool sort of thing you've done there. That's quite a cool Could that happen in real life if you dumped enough waste product onto an object? I mean, that's pretty. You need a lot of waste to do that. But that's quite cool. I like that sort of idea. Okay, so consisting of methane, carbon dioxide, and other trace elements, bacteria somehow managed to survive in the depths of the litter, eventually creating a livable atmosphere for themselves. Wow. Okay, so the planet dumping was discontinued over 50 years ago, but the planet started to interest the Gradons. They sent out teams to scout the surface. Digging down, they found liquid water in small pockets. Terraforming commenced. A drone known as a glasser was used. It heats the surface, speeding up the release of gases and water vapor, and it also fuses the litter together, making the surface easier to colonize. This planet was the first to show signs of a collective outbreak. In the first week of infection, a squad of soldiers was sent into one of the hab pods on the ground. In the last transmission, casual chatter has gone to a herd growing closer, gunfire ringed out, and then an absurd silence. Scientists are considering using the glassing drone to rid the surface of the collective. The only problem, the control panel is on the surface. Ooh, you have to send some people in, some pretty or some suits to not get infected by that bad stuff there. And then we have the glassing drone, which is offline at the moment, which is taking the form of the, is that the Parker space probe? I think, what is that? Is that the Parker probe? I think it is. I'm not sure. So yeah, there we go. Right, so zooming out, that is really interesting though, really cool concept you have there. Right, now moving on to the next object we have fear. Right, so here it is, zooming into it first. That's all you guys in the chat saying as well, so I've not looked at it in a while. I've been doing some very intense reading here. Right, let's see here. Some stuff about Minecraft, some other stuff, and then Mr. Missile just saying about some of the stuff. Okay, right, let's continue. So, Fear is a Mars-sized terror, which is one of the 3 planets in the system that harboured life naturally. A high land-loving planet, being the most complex life on the surface. Fear was the first planet, not including Gadrion's 3 major moons, to be colonised by the Gradons, and they put great effort into terraforming the planet. An Eclipse drone was constructed at a perfect orbit around the planet so that one side only received around 30% of light as it naturally gets, cooling the planet to a comfortable temperature. This was regulated by the Star Status drone. This drone can detect solar flares and fluctuations in starlight to decide the Eclipse drone's opacity. That's quite cool, actually. Around the same time, Adara fell to the collective. The Star Status drone malfunctions, leading to an elliptical orbit, destroying the drone. This led to the Eclipse drone malfunction, causing the planet to return to its original temperature, give or take a few degrees. The colonies on the planet were severely weakened by the high temperatures and in turn lost contact with the other colonies. It is not known if they fell to the collective. So this planet has been completely ruined by the sort of collective disease in a way there. So that's pretty crazy. There we go. And then it has, here's the drone thing. So it's like a man-made moon almost right there. So there we go. Right, so next up we have Gradon here. So here we go. Right, the most massive planet boasts the largest and most violent storm. Okay, so there's that one with the purple trail it mentioned. So here, look at that. Look at the orange band on that. Oh, look at that thing. Wow. So, yeah, there we go. So, the most massive planet boasts the largest and most violent storm in the system, all caused by tidal interactions with its largest moon, which orbits close by Gradon A. Gradon A is the birthplace of the Gradons and their interplanetary empire, and the second of 3 planets to host life naturally. The native planets of this planet were contrasted with Fear's their own plants, and which brought to the surface. Okay, Gradon A and B are unique in the fact they are not tidally locked to Gradon, allowing seasons and relatively Earth-like days. Okay, the Gradons face extinction as their colonies are falling. All planets have trade routes with Gradon A, so they are shut down upon news of Adara's destruction. It is not known if the collective made it to their homeworld, but Gradon D's infected water mines are a worrying nearby reminder which could be in store for Gradon A. So here, yeah, this is the main planet with the purple trail, which is the homeworld object, I believe. So there it is there. Let's check the stats on this object, actually. So green atmosphere with a purple sort of surface. So 95 and 59, so pretty high stats on it there. So yeah, there we go there. So there is that. Then we have Gradon B over here. So there we go. So A and B are unique, that they're not tidally locked. Okay, so there we go there. So there's that one. So pretty more normal looking moon there. Then we have object C over here. So here it is here. So it's a all frozen looking sort of world with a blue atmosphere. Then object D was the infected one. So here it is. This is, it's got a red trail to show for it as well, since he color coded all these. So this is the one with the where is it? The infected water mine. So it's a frozen world. So the water mines would probably be under the surface there. So that's infected, and that's quite close to the home world in the same system there. And then more minor objects. Okay, cool. So yeah, there we go. Now moving on to Horus over here. Oh, even more reading. So much reading you got for us. So yeah, here it is here. So this is a all ocean world as we can see here. So an Earth-sized water world with a close by tidal wave causing moon. Okay, so that's the moon there. So there we go. Causing mega volcanoes. It is reminiscent of an early Earth, the third and final planet to naturally hold life, though this life is no longer around due to multiple factors. Harris was once a molecule-only home to one life form, a species that coated the surface of the ocean, giving the ocean's yellow appearance and increasing the albedo. It was a delicate balance the life form took in CO2 produced by the many violent volcanoes on the planet's surface, and in turn produced oxygen. As there was no other life form to take place in this oxygen, the great oxygenation event took place, eventually clearing the life form, and the greenhouse effect which effect became unchecked. The planet is becoming a steam world and will eventually turn out like Venus, if not into Venus. This is like a Venus in the making, right here. So yeah, there we go. Ichor. So wait, hang on. That's okay. So that's okay. So that's for the next object out. Yeah, that's quite a cool concept. It's like a Venus that's almost turned to a Venus, but not yet. Okay, so here's this one. A small lifeless ice world with a subsurface ocean could be the smaller, cooler sister planet to Harris. Sorry, Pete, what are you saying? If I check on it, I can see the volcanoes. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need to give this one a closer look. Right, let's see what is on here then. Right, so you want me to give it a better look? Okay. So it's all ocean at the moment. There we go. What if I remove the atmosphere with your instructions? Oh, now that is awesome. Like you can barely see those, but I just had to rotate it around. There are the volcanoes. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Good thing you pointed that out, because I would never have seen that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that. So all the volcanic areas. So it really is becoming a Venus with all these volcanoes. That is cool. Really nice job you've done there. That is awesome. Yeah, good thing you're helping me out today, because you could point it out to me. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, back over here though. And sorry if I haven't read the chat either. I want to get through all this reading, so I'll catch up with the chat later on. So this one was a small lifeless world with a subsurface ocean. Could have been the smaller sister to Harris. Its thin atmosphere and its distance from Atoll never allowed it to seed life. Right, so yeah, there we go. So there it is there. So it's got like the very light pinkish clouds on it right there. So go. What is the name of the simulation? It was the Collective. So there we go. It was sent to me in private messages though, so it won't be like on the workshop or anything. So yeah, just put that right. Right, there we go. So Ichor. Wait, hang on. As Adara's terraformed effort was in full swing, Ichor was the main destination for clean, lifeless water. The trade routes to and from Adara has resulted in colonies on Ichor to fall to the Collective. Okay, so yeah, that one's got the red trail to show it's in trouble as well. But yeah, there we go. Anyways, next up we have got Luna here. So the second to last object. Oh no, Juna, sorry. I thought it said Luna, and I didn't see the J. Right, so yeah, Juna is a small gas giant with a dark blue spot on its south pole. So yeah, there it is there. Oh, that's quite cool. Look at that. Quite unique. So dark spot on it. Right there. And it's south pole. This spot is formed when one of the poles are on the night side for extended periods of time. Out of the 3 hydrogen mines in the clouds, one has gone dark and thought to have fallen into the Collective. Workers in the 2 survivor mines are working on destabilizing the third's orbit, causing it to burn up in the atmosphere. That's quite cool. So we have some minor objects. Yeah, a ton of minor objects in orbit there. And yeah, there we go. So it's surrounded by minor objects. Yeah, all of them are minor objects. Okay, cool. So done. Okay, so that's all of the reading done. So yeah, there we go. And then we have one last object. Okay, so the last information is on Discord, which you have just typed that to me? Whereabouts is that? Okay, so the last one here. Okay, so right, this is Kino. It's also got city lights on it. Look at that. So we'll go behind it. There we go. So there's a cool view of it. Okay, so Kino. Right, so let's just go to the DMs. Okay, so Kino is a large rocky planet. Its surface is composed of silica, water, carbon dioxide, ice, and copper iron oxides, all ground into a fine dust. Its only moon has a similar composition. The planet is subject to a large dust storms that can block out most of the starlight. Kino is home to one of the Gradion's biggest colonies. This colony's main duties are mining and cold-resistant tech production. Okay, that's cool. So it's got like Mars sort of like features with the dust storms and stuff. And also you can see the colony areas with the city lights on it. So pretty colonized with the colonies there. Probably in like biodomes and stuff. So obviously you'd want to get protection from the dust storms with the weird way this planet works. Okay, and then the moon. Okay, so the Kino shows the scars of the largest battle against the collective. Wars and violence have never been. The Gradons fought so much that their weapons were resistant on Kino at the time of the city sector B's infection. Laser drills and geolytic spikes were their best bet. All sectors were built around a central advanced nuclear reactor. Small teams from surrounding sectors were sent in, makeshift weapons in hand with one goal: destroy the reactor. It was a suicidal mission, but it was for the survival of Kino. The subsequent explosion was so violent that it destroyed 95% of Sector B and created the planet-wide water rainstorms for 4+ months. Okay, so that is all of the reading done. That is probably the biggest amount of reading I've done in a system ever. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, anyone can think of anything I've done longer than that. Anyway, let's see what the chat is saying here. Okay. Yeah, name of the simulation, like I said, was the Collective. Right there. Let's see here. Okay, and then you won't be able to do the systems right away. Yeah, any systems that have been made recently, I won't be able to do, because, like I said, all the systems today, apart from this one, have been me catching up on systems which I haven't got round to doing. But now I am all caught up. I should be able to get straight into newer simulations which people have recently made. So, yeah, awesome stuff. But that's 10 simulations I've done today. Now there, I think, is that 10, Pete? I've done. I think. So I've done 10 simulations in one episode. So this, in theory, I'll call this episode 101 after this all goes up and stuff. But yeah, episode 101, and yeah, that's everything. And I'm gonna be ending off there, guys, because I have to head out, unfortunately, now. But yeah, I really need a drink, and my voice is killing me. Yeah, my voice is kind of hurts when I speak now. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading out for the day on that. But yeah, obviously, thank you all guys for watching today's video. As yeah, this has been has it been 2 hours now? We've been going for 2 hours. How long have we been going for? 2 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah, we've been going for quite a while, and it's completely dark outside now. Completely dark outside, and it was completely bright when I started. So I've been doing this for quite a while. But yeah, just a massive thank you all for watching. This simulation, this video, as it's been a long one. And yeah, thanks to everyone who has stuck around the whole time. Really, really awesome stuff. And yeah, leave a like on this stream as well. Let's see if we can go for about 30 likes on this stream. And also subscribe if you're new, if you haven't already. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys are already subbed to this. But yeah, just a massive thank you all for watching today, guys. And yeah, that is everything. So yeah, like I said, I've got to head out. Obviously, a massive thank you to Pete, Mr. Missalot, for helping me out in a private call. Like I said, you guys can't hear him, but he's been talking to me throughout this, just letting me know what's up with the stream and just making sure it's all okay. So massive thank you to him. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your days, guys. And sorry if I missed anything in chat. But yeah, it was quite hard to keep up with it while reading all of that stuff on screen. So yeah, apologies if I missed anything on that. But hopefully I could do some more streams down the road at some point at more subscriber milestones. But yeah, that is everything, guys. So make sure you have a great day. And yeah, like I said, I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, goodbye and bye, guys. Yep, see ya.